Hello, welcome in, yippee! Yes, welcome in to another episode of Blood on the Clocktower. I am your host slash storyteller, Greibach. This is a murder mystery slash social deduction game in the vein of Mafia, Werewolf, or God help me, Among Us. It is a similar format. I have already explained the base rules to the players, but we have a lot of new players here, and so we're going to go around in a circle introducing ourselves. And appropriate for a clock tower, we are just going to start at the 12 o'clock with Af. Stop saying that.
Sweat and laugh nervously, like, what's
Give the man a minute, all right? He's about to do something that's tough.
I'm about to do something disgusting. Yeah. Viscerally horrifying.
He needs your support. Don't make fun of him.
He needs your support.
Wait, can people hear it? Okay, listen. All
Join us
right.
to the dark side.
I'm so angry that is what I had to do. Okay.
Oh.
Is the music double
we
chat?
can see bad words.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, fuck it. Why, yeah, Cade's, I'm sure Cade's just muted waiting for their turn. Okay. All right. Great.
Got like a
You sound so offended.
going there.
All you have to do is
Dude, I'm so upset. I hate
expiration dates and the three numbers.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm never gonna recover from this.
No, you gotta hit him with a Greibach. It's not your fault, okay?
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's okay.
Greibach, it's not the end of the world.
See, the head pads. Someone keep head padding. You can feel better.
Okay, well, shit. Okay, let's just do a quick intro then. Listen, we're 20 minutes late. It's fine. Fuck it.
There you go. Cut. Empathic head pads.
A bit of the bottom screen. Oh, I know. It's true. That's just gonna be what it's gonna be. It's just Parky's name. It's fine. Nixie, while you actually can communicate, you wanna say hi?
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Nixie. I'm your silly vampire queen girlfriend. We love you. And if you like your eyeballs to bleed, then come to my channel. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, great. Boo.
Now.
You're muted, Boo.
You're muted.
I'm Booberry. I'm your eclectic Doulahan VTuber. We like simping, cozy games, and horror games. So if you like those things, come say hi.
Okay, lovely. Apollo, you're up. You're also muted.
That I know. I was trying to cough. Hi, I'm Apollo Delian, your interstellar mercenary captain, and I love horror games and all sorts of sci-fi games, and I'm crazy out of my mind on cough medicine. So, good luck, everybody.
Oh no.
Amazing. We love that. Here, I'm just gonna slightly adjust things. Don't worry about it. That's about as good as we're gonna get. Okay. Cade.
Hi, I'm Cade. I'm your ghost raving Dembo VTuber. I play a variety of games, everything from hard RPG games and a lot of fighting games. I'm also a V singer, and yeah, I play quite a few of these games. And Gray, thank you for having me back. I'm excited, and hello everyone that's new to me.
I'm sorry, but Dembo killed me.
Dembo's a great portmanteau. We love those. Okay, Parky.
Hello guys, I'm Perky. I'm a red panda. I like playing different games, get bored easily, switch to the next game, and I like to rig models. Also, I'm scared of goats, so boo.
He's scared of Rip. All right, well, Perky's first one out. Sorry to say. Okay, Rain.
Hi, my name is Rain. I am a cozy horror VTuber. I play a lot of variety games, especially horror stuff. So if you like that sort of content, come say hello. I have not officially debuted yet, and this is my only model so far. So I hope you guys enjoy.
It's very adorable, and we are
It's
happy
so
to have you.
cute.
It's so cute.
It's
Oh, show the tail, show the tail. Oh, right, the tail is my favorite part. Look at it.
Oh,
A little hard to
cute.
see. Can't stay in this chat once the game's. Oh yeah. Okay, Anta.
Ant.
Ant.
Hello, I'm Anta. I'm a shooting star VTuber, and my content is mostly comfy and cozy games because I suck as a gamer. My streams are mostly like glorified just chattings with bad gaming in the background. But yeah, we're very comfy and chill. So if you want to like cool off some stress, come say hi.
Lovely. And Sinopa.
Oh, I'm scared.
Listen, I believe
Understandable.
in you. Two different sides of the coin.
Right at the last minute, I was just like, God damn it! Oh my god! And I'm like, yeah, that's over my god.
No.
Okay. I'm Sinopa. I'm a Seacoast VTuber. I played a lot of Star Rail. I really like Sunday.
Lovely. And for all
Me
of
too.
the VTubers here who stream on Twitch, they are in my pinned comment if you want to click that if you are in my channel. Great. One thing I wanted to say before I hand out everybody's roles to everyone, which by the way is totally random. I just press a button and it just yeets them out to you guys. I did want to say that I would encourage you to not try and make a player meta where we try and kill certain players right away just because they're good at the game, because that makes it a lot less fun to continue playing the game and getting better at the game if everybody just wants to kill you on the first day.
I'm just gonna say, if that were going to happen, it would definitely be Cade first.
Well, listen, as a
They're way
player
too good at
who
this
rarely
game.
gets to play and almost always gets killed first, it's not the most fun way to play a game. So
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't
I'll
do
mess
that
up
to
though.
them.
Like I am the reason Gray is saying this. I messaged him and I was like, if I am evil again and this becomes a meta, I don't think I'll have fun playing this game anymore.
Yeah, that's so fair though.
yeah,
I would be
I mean, it's
annoyed
yeah.
too.
Because it does basically make it impossible to even play evil if everybody just kills you day one anyway. I've been that player, so yeah, let's not do that. Doesn't mean you can't kill Cade, but like maybe
I've
have
also
a reason.
been that player, but yeah.
Nixie also is that player. So yeah, listen, can't force anything, but just be cognizant that we're here to have fun. So anyway, great. I'm gonna start doing some game setup. You guys can all shoot the breeze while I do all of that.
What does the breeze do to
I will
you?
say this is my only
does that
second
mean?
playing, and I'm a himbo, so don't worry, I'm not a threat.
That's right.
We got a himbo and a dimbo. Do we have a shibo?
A Shibo sounds like a type of Shiba Inu.
Oh yeah.
It does.
would
It
be
also
so
kind of sounds like a
cute.
Pokemon.
True.
Shiba
What
Pokemon.
gives you?
I
Okay, I am going to mute and deafen chat. Now you're the only ones who can hear me, and we can't hear them because I don't want to be talking over all of them for you to hear. Hopefully that was a good introduction to everybody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little bit... in the past, I have prepared characters and sort of chosen based on like what I sort of wanted as perceived balance, but one of the strengths of this game is that it can really support pretty much any combination of the characters that are in a set. So I just hit randomize, and so I'm just going to go straight down the line, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and we're just going to have that game. Now, fortunately for the town, it looks like they got some very strong characters right off the bat. So we're going to have the Fortune Teller, the Undertaker, the Librarian, the Slayer, and the Investigator. All very powerful characters. And the Raven's Keeper, because for their two outsiders, one of them is the Drunk. And if you're not familiar with how this game works, if one of the players is the Drunk, they just get handed a regular townsfolk token, but their ability doesn't work. And they don't know that they're the Drunk. They think that they are whatever token they get handed out. And so that is how that works. And we're going to assign the Drunk after we see how the tokens get passed around. And yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're gonna just go. Yeet. This is 1 week Ultimate Werewolf. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, that's kind of a good way to think of it. One of the big distinctions is that in this game, every single person has powers. Oh, excuse me. Every single person has a power. There's nobody whose power is just you exist. So that keeps things spicy.
To this style of game and come back because there's not a lot of ones out there anymore.
Okay, I'm back. My darlings were loving on me.
Everyone should have their characters now sent to them. And let's see, add any reminders. Yep. Okay, we are going to begin our first night phase in which I will be doing setup, and I will be visiting each of you during the night just to check in with you, make sure that you understand your character. And if you have an ability that activates on the first night, of course, we will be doing that as well. So yep, that's what we're doing.
Yay, the communal bunkhouse. I missed this place. We don't actually sleep here. We just shitpost.
Yeah, that's right.
Real. We just sit in here and yap.
Exactly.
Certified yappers.
Sometimes.
Okay, so we are now getting to decide all of the information that's going to be doled out. We have one of our most experienced players, Nixie, who is the imp, which is very powerful. We have a librarian and a... Interesting. Ooh, how much do I want to make this interesting? See this? Okay, we've got ourselves a real interesting situation here, where we have a librarian. The librarian can see the drunk. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be really tricky here. All right, I'm gonna be really tricky. I'm gonna be a little mean. I'm going to make the librarian the drunk, I think. And I'm going to tell them that either Af or Sinopa is the drunk, so that people don't trust their information all game long. I think that's going to be the funniest way to do this. So I'm going to give, I'm going to say outsider wrong outsider is the drunk. Ooh, no, because they'll be able to solve that really quickly though, because they'll just execute them. Okay, that's less smart. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty solvable too, though. That's pretty solvable too. We're already up to a tough spot. Now, for the investigator, I can give a legitimate ping on the Scarlet Woman here, or I can fake it onto the Recluse. In a way, faking it onto the Recluse is like pretty easy. I don't know. It's tough. Sometimes the night one setup gives us a lot of options here. I think I'm gonna do this and hope that they don't queue off of that. Yeah, we're gonna do it that way. Yeah, we're cooking. Yeah. They have a lot of first night information, and they have some really powerful late game information. The red herring, I think I will make be the Slayer. No, because she's not gonna think to do that. Who would be a good person to gaslight into being the red herring? I think we're gonna make Cade the red herring because people are the most afraid of Cade. Sorry, Cade. Sorry, Cade. I'm gaslighting you a little bit here. Okay. Great. Understood. Let's see. Let's look at our bluffs. Interesting. Okay. All right. We're gonna do like a little bit of a cheeky game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give. Let's see. I guess I could give all 3. No, I can't. No, those are the only ones. Okay. We'll do that, and we'll do. Mayor's boring. We'll do empath. Yeah. And then we'll have the librarian see. I feel like I've got to make one of these people drunk, but the Slayer shot, like a drunk Slayer is pretty mean. Let's see. I'm like actually having a really hard time deciding who I want to make what. This is good. We're gonna say that it's a Baron. That would maybe imply that you're drunk or poisoned. I could give them the same information. Yeah, let's really throw these guys for a loop here. No, that's a little too much double. Okay, we'll go. This one's wrong. And our drunk is gonna be. I think I'm gonna make Af our drunk, which is a little mean, but also funny. So, okay. All right. We have got our stuff. We've got our bluffs. And now we have to visit people in order. So we are going to visit our minion. Okay.
It's Greylog.
Sorry, what? I was talking to chat.
Hello.
Hello. Parky, you are the Scarlet Woman.
Yep.
Your demon is Nixie.
Mm-hmm.
And do you understand how your character works?
Yes. If Nixie dies and there's 5 players left, I become the demon.
That's right. Immediately. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. Alrighty. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, what's up? Was there an actual question? No? Yes, maybe?
No.
Listen, I've been muting you guys so that I could talk to stream. So, listen, okay?
Because we're too fucking loud.
No, well, talking over people who can't hear that you're talking is like gets, you know.
Oh,
I'm
that makes
kidding. Yeah, though, yeah.
We have been behaving pretty good. Do not.
Hello, sorry for your connection difficulties. Can you hear me?
I can have a minute. If I can't, just if you DM me
I can DM
on
it
Discord,
to you, yeah.
and then the game can still flow and hopefully be fine.
Okay, great. Your minion is Perky.
Perky, okay, yep.
And your bluffs are Saint, Butler, and Empath.
Okay.
So, there you go.
In the meantime, I'm like checking like messages and stuff in my Discord.
Okay, so the reason that I'm doing it this way is I'm sort of suggesting a world in which there is a Baron, which Nixie may pick up on because I have given 2 outsiders as bluffs. And also those are easy bluffs to give to her Scarlet Woman.
Probably.
Is that a question,
Probably.
or are you just? Is that a question, or are you just having fun?
No, I'm just having fun.
You're just having fun? Okay, great. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm just sitting here drinking tea like a proper gentleman.
Hello, Boo. How are you doing?
Hello, we're doing pretty good over here.
That's great. You are the librarian. Do you understand how your ability works?
From my understanding, you're gonna tell me some information.
Yes, I'm going to tell you 2 players and an outsider, and one of those players is that outsider.
Okay.
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 So let me check and make sure that I have the right information that I'm giving you. There was a lot of stuff going on. Okay. You learn that Anta or Apollo is the recluse.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Ta-ta.
Thank you.
Vanilla-ish.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
The Starbucks chocolate is super bitter. I used to work
Yeah.
there and I couldn't put it in anything. It was gross.
Oh,
That's
man.
probably
Hello.
Cade, how's it going? Listen,
It-
I didn't even have to rig it for you.
I know, thank freaking God.
Yeah, thank McFriggin' God. You are the investigator. You learn tonight, as in right now, I'm going to tell you 2 players, and one of them is a specific minion.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta minimize it so I can see everything correctly. Okay. You learn that Perky or Apollo is the Baron.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna write that down.
That's a great idea. Also, you can modify the tokens that they have in the grimoire, like in the thing in front of you. They won't see it, but you can use that for notes. Like you can just
Oh, okay.
mark down what you think they are.
I
know people
writing in
use
our
physical
DM
paper
I
too,
was
but, like-
literally writing in our DMs because I'm like, I don't have any paper on me, so I'm just gonna put it there.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, you can absolutely use the grimoire to mark down what people have told you they are, or what you think they are, or whatever. That's up to you.
Wait. Oh wait. Okay. Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, cool. Ta-ta.
All right. Thank you.
Various chocolate types, yeah.
Out of all things, you decided like.
Quick note for all of you guys here. This has come up because I was reminding a player of this in the night. This is especially important for the new players. This thing is called sort of the grimoire that you see in front of you, which is all the players. And you'll see a blank roll for all of the other players other than yourself. If you click on that like token where your roll shows, but for another player, you can just select.
I'm kidding.
You can just select any role that you want for them. And so a lot of people will use that as a way to take notes on what people have told them that they are, or what you suspect that they are. So it's a powerful tool for note-taking for yourselves, and nobody else will see it other than you and your stream if you are streaming.
What a neat tool.
Yeah, for me, I use the tokens to do whoever is confirmed to me to be that role. So like I keep in my head who might be what, and then like put down who I know is what.
Yeah, you can use it however you want, but just letting people know that it is possible to use that way, because a lot of people don't know that.
Put everyone's token as the same role that you are.
It's really handy.
I would
Oops,
be
all
confused
my
about
role.
what my role is.
That's gonna help so much because it's so hard for my short-term memory.
Hello. You are the fortune teller. That means that every night, including this one, you will pick 2 players, and I will tell you yes if one of them is the demon.
And then one of
Or
them
no, if
shows up
neither
as
of them is
demon
the
even though they aren't, right?
Correct. You have what is colloquially called the red herring, which is one good player will show up as the demon to your ability.
Yeah, okay. So and if I pick both the red herring and the actual demon, will it say they're both demons?
You do not learn a count. You simply learn a yes or no. You learn yes, one of the players you picked is the demon, quote unquote.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I understand it then. If I have any more questions, I'll ask.
So you need to just pick your 2 players and
I'm gonna pick Nixie and Rain.
You pick Nixie and Rain, and you learn that yes, one of them is the demon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ta-ta. That was a strong first pick. That's crazy, but that's okay. They have a Scarlet Woman, and they might just be able to talk them into being drunk. So who knows?
How in the Yap House I'm both talking and organizing TCP cards.
Is someone here from Australia? Am I crazy? Am I
crazy?
Is somebody here from Australia? I thought somebody was.
Aussie.
Who do you think is from Australia? Is somebody?
Cast your vote. Who's Australian?
Who's Australian? Get him out of here. No.
Cast your vote.
Who's definitely not.
Who's
Maybe.
Australian?
But just casual. No. You're not Australian.
Oh man, this is bad.
Oh, our turn.
Oh my gosh.
What are they doing to you?
Oh.
Hello! Also, generally, you shouldn't say it's my turn to be visited from the storyteller.
I was muted! I hit the mute button and it didn't work.
Don't worry, I can play it off because I am actually visiting every player tonight. I will say depending on which mute button you're using, if you're not in focus on the screen, it may have a problem. Anyway, you are the Undertaker. Do you understand how your ability works?
I've never been this before, but I remember it from last game. It's when somebody dies, I know who they are, right?
Only when they are executed by town.
Oh, that's gonna be useful. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm gonna be one of those roles that people are gonna want to take out if they're bad. Oh. No.
I mean, who could say? Who could say?
You know what? I find this very fitting, given the whole Death God thing.
Yeah.
So I do not have an active ability. My ability only kicks in when somebody's executed.
Correct, and then I will visit you the following night.
Okay, cool. I fully understand then.
Okay, I'll talk to you later then.
All right, thank you very much.
And I'm sure you know what it is too.
Tuesday, innit, bruv?
Hello.
Hey, Apollo, you are the Recluse. Your role is an outsider, and any ability that interacts with you can register you as the demon or any minion or evil, or not. I can choose to just have you show up as a good person when it's funny.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm the one that messed this game up really bad.
Well, listen, everybody has a part to play in ruining the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Secret.
United Arab Emirates. And it's currently 1:30 a.m.
Oh God, Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey's a trooper.
Oh.
Wait, no, actually, is it 1:30? No, it's 1:52. So it's almost 2.
Tiredness.
That's not better. Sorry,
Hello,
I didn't know
Rain.
how to press the button to say yes to the request.
Don't worry, that's part of why we do this on the first night as well, just to get everybody up to speed. Normally in a real game, I would not, well, not a real game, but in a normal game, I would not be visiting you on the first night because you don't have an ability. However, since you're a brand new player, I just wanted to stop by and explain your character to you. Basically, you have a once per game ability. If you use it, it is done. You can't ever use it again. If you die before using it, it's gone because you're dead. Your ability, basically, all you have to do to use your ability is anytime during the day, you just say, I would like to use the Slayer shot on, and then pick a person. Ideally, you would wait until all the players were actually in the town square, right? Like if people are off privately chatting, don't do it then because I need everybody to hear that was done. But there's no way for you to die in the middle of a day anyway. So, don't worry about that as long as you do it during the day. And if the player that you picked is the demon, they just die immediately. GG.
I was actually going to ask, so I know it says if they're a demon they die, but if they're not a demon, do they still die?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is that I will just say you take your Slayer shot at so-and-so and nothing happens.
Okay, one more question.
Yes.
You said you wanted me to, or you wanted everyone to hear me say that, so I have to wait until everyone gets there. That means I don't call you to say that I do that, right? I have to say that
It is a publicly declared ability. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, don't like if you're, if you're worried about getting talked over or something, you could either raise your hand and you'd be like, I have something I have to say, whatever. I will not let somebody like basically filibuster you out of using your ability if you want to use it.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Folks, sorry, what's that?
Is it real that you guys get like snow very often in America, or is that just movies?
Depends on where it is.
It depends on where you live.
Unless you're
I
like
guess
up
really
north.
often where I live.
Yeah, if you're in like Florida or South Carolina or any of those kind of states, not much. If you're up in you're up in
pretty
like
much
Wisconsin,
like
most of the time.
But a
Yeah.
lot
I
of
see.
other states, when it snows, it gets bad because they don't have any like prep for it.
Infrastructure for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then if you live in Chicago, you're basically just like 70% of the year you're just frozen there. That's
Yeah.
not fair.
Britain's the
That's
same
exaggeration.
because
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You have a very interesting role. You're the Raven Keeper.
I'm a
the
bird.
way that your character works is that your ability is one of the only abilities that works because you died rather than losing your ability when you die. So what happens is your ability only activates if you die at night. So basically, if the demon decides to kill you, then I just got a huge raid. Oh my god. You can see the incredible. If the demon decides to kill you at night, then I will wake you up and tell you to pick a player as per your ability, and then I will tell you which role that player actually is. So you get to confirm or learn something about a player that you are suspicious of, and but only if the demon kills you. If the town executes you, then you're toast. So
I can only guess when I'm dead?
only if the demon kills you. Yeah. With your ability. Yeah. However, so basically, since you're a brand new player, the general go-to strategy would be to make it seem like, to lie about what character you are to town, to make it seem like you have an important role that the demon might want to kill, so that the demon will kill you. Because if you just say like, oh, I'm the Raven Keeper, then the demon's like, cool, well, and then I just won't kill you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to be bait. Yeah, exactly. You're drawing aggro, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic.
That's
Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, I'm Grybach, digital vampire, elder gamer. I love playing lots of Souls-likes and action-adventure RPGs, but I also love Blood on the Clocktower, which is an incredible social deduction game. Sorry for not responding sooner. I was giving first night information out. But yes, this is basically Werewolf on steroids, or as I like to say, God help me, Among Us on steroids. But basically, yes, it proceeds in alternating day-night phases, and every single player has an ability in this game and learns information. And so I am the storyteller. I'm the person who is running it, and I make all of the sort of any mechanical thing that can happen that is up to discretion, I get discretion over. So basically, my job is to make this a puzzle for the good team, the blue players, to solve. Oh no, there is a drunk. Aphelion is the drunk. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But we just finished night one, so we're about to start the day. So tune in for the chaos if you want. But thank you so much. I hope you had a lovely stream. If you need to raid and run, totally understand.
And it's just muggy. I went down to Texas during that same heat wave, and like it was the same exact temperature in Texas, but like you could go in the shade and it felt like cooler.
That's right. And just like being in Texas, being scorched by that horrifying sun, it is the daytime. Day one has just begun, and you have found that your amazing storyteller, the digital vampire Grybach, has been dragged out into the sun and vaporized, and only a demon would be so dastardly as to do this. In the interest of keeping things cooking, especially because we took a while get going, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to have as much conversation as you want before we open for nominations for executions.
Oh, God.
Ta-ta!
It wasn't me, guys.
Listen.
It wasn't me.
Who has done it?
That's
Like,
really
no,
suspicious
definitely
to come
wasn't
out with. Just start going, hey, I didn't do this thing. That's
I
really
have forgotten
suspicious.
the controls for talking with people. How do I invite people to chat again?
You.
Is it enter? Because that's what it is for me.
So you said
yeah.
the voice
Yeah,
on the
it is
side.
enter.
Pull that up and hit request private chat. And then
There's
You can
guys.
also press enter, and then
my
it'll
bad.
show a little icon on everybody, and then you can click the little chat thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna go hide out in a library. And if anyone wants to join me
For those of you in
I'm going
chat,
to
I
church.
am
I love
effectively
that.
a DM for this madness.
I'm gonna be quiet because I'm eating a burrito.
I hope it's delicious.
Provecho.
Oh, I don't think that there's a lot to go off of yet, right? Or I mean, did I miss something? But
I don't know, I'm also lost.
That depends
with
on who has
you.
abilities and who just wants to suss things out, you know?
yeah.
Will you hold my hand?
Yes.
You scared Perky away!
I love how I say that. They just immediately booked it.
Scared Perky away!
I feel horrible.
Rybok, apparently Perky didn't want to know where the boy love section was.
I said I'm
Oh.
going for the boys' club section. They just booked it.
Yeet! Now listen, everybody has different tastes, all right? Yeah, we
totally
win some,
acceptable.
you lose some.
I'm laughing at just how quickly they bolt.
Short of it, I don't have anything useful.
So I get to
I
just go
am-
around and be a little creep that just
I
like sits
am-
in on everybody's conversation.
It's getting
It's great.
crowded.
This
I'm
is day
gonna go to
one.
the graveyard.
Public
This
conversation
got-
now.
This got very public. I don't have anything useful.
Who are you praying to over here?
Me saying what I am is just gonna cause a problem for us right early on. So I need to wait a little bit to kind of talk about
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I was so
but
down to gossip.
I am one of the outsiders.
Okay.
I will say that.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, if you don't know what the outsider roles are, I would take a look at them because they can be useful or problematic. Does anybody else have any confessions while we're here in the house of Jod?
No, but I wish there was a button that let me mark if someone just outsider generic.
I think there is a way, isn't there?
There is like a note if you sort of go slightly inside the circle. There's like a little translucent circle that should show up, and I think note is. I think you guys have access to
There's
that.
a way to do it. Yeah, there's a way to do it somewhere.
That might be storyteller only. Who knows?
It might be. Anyway.
Oh, it's a party in here. Let's go.
Anyway, amen, hallelujah, see you later.
I think so, given the church nearby, but you'd be surprised.
Listen, like I said, simping's important.
Oh, you know
Be
what? I
simping,
wonder if this
Chad.
is stuff they've confiscated.
Banned
That would be
books?
Yes! I wonder if this is the forbidden, like, confiscated section of the library.
I can't wait for them to be like, man, nobody told anyone anything. We just spent all day talking about Yowie.
It was so good.
I'm so
Nice.
glad.
Nice. But you
It
know
was
what?
kinda
There's no
cold,
eating in
'cause-
libraries.
It's like 2 minutes.
Oh my god, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just don't know how I managed that.
Oh man.
Wait, did you just like have an accident?
I like scratched my face or something, and like I was just like bleeding for like 2 minutes while people were talking. I was like, it's fine. I have a napkin here, and I think it stopped now. But I was like, how does this happen?
Maybe you
Incredible.
have a chipped nail? It happens to me
No.
when I have a chipped nail.
Was that popular audio? He knows. He knows.
I imagine it's just going to be pretty relaxed.
It tastes like it's like mint choco.
All right, I get it, but I'm not happy about it. That is a sin. You should be here. All right, listen. I trust you implicitly, so whatever happens, know that I'm with.
I feel alone out here. by
Incredible.
ourselves.
Incredible. Not to spoil anything, but a lot of you guys have had very serious conversations today.
Listen, Antares is a sicko. What they told me about the Russian is horrifying. All right.
What's wrong with mint
Execute
choco?
them immediately.
There's nothing wrong with eating cookies right after toothpaste to feel mint choco flavor.
Ew.
That's a hot take, but I can get behind it.
So I'm gonna give you guys a whole
My eyes. Oh my gosh.
3 minutes to decide if you're gonna execute anybody today.
Oh man.
Right after that incriminating evidence, crazy.
I know, right?
That's crazy. Listen, not to throw any suspicion, but like,
Yes.
Please, you need me.
Sorry, I'm trying to say to chat. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
We'll come back.
Okay, so I didn't learn anything important except where to find the boys' love section in the library, which I feel is very important.
Life saving, even. Life saving.
Extremely important.
Boys
knowledge.
love
I'm
section is
glad I got
Yes.
definitely, definitely important.
Wowie.
it says a lot that you didn't already know where it was.
True.
You know what? This is my first time here. Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Other than that, when I joined the church, there was I think I heard a little bit of discussion about what's important or like what's not important. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even remember who was in there anymore. So that's all I'm saying.
Maybe she lives in Anarcha and there are no libraries.
True.
I like this secret shade being thrown at the church chat. I don't even know who's in there.
I think the library has confiscated books by the church because the minute I did that, I got yeeted out of the library, so I was forcibly removed. So I think they have a forbidden section you're not supposed to know about. So I did confirm that at least in terms of must-know knowledge.
We should definitely get back to the nominations, though.
I don't think there's anybody to nominate, honestly.
I don't think there's enough information yet.
Yeah, there's just
I'm
not
just
enough.
trying to follow up.
In that case, would we want to say that like we've discussed enough and not just like waste the 2 minutes?
That is, yeah, if
Carry
you
on?
guys are comfortable with going to the nighttime, we can just go to the nighttime right now.
In the
I
hopes that
think
Greg
so.
Hawkins
Yeah.
will give us 2
Not
minutes
enough
later.
information, unless you want to listen to us. Yeah.
I don't think I got.
I'm just gonna end the day in
I
5,
can't even if I want.
4,
I can give more arguments on the mint choco thing.
3,
Let's launch the rocket. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go to bed.
2,
Oh
1.
my
Okay,
gosh, shoot us.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, I'm a Oh, my voice.
Just saying dementia.
Wait, where's this countdown for?
Yeah, what is the countdown?
I don't have a way to like end the timer prematurely, so it's just like
Oh.
it's just running out while I'm doing stuff. Don't worry about
I
it.
thought we were gonna.
It's over. You lose.
I was about to say that. We're gonna explode.
It's actually a doom timer.
God, that was loud.
Excuse me, I was sleeping. Who rang the bell and woke me up? That was rude.
So now it's officially nighttime?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is nighttime. During nighttime, you don't see anybody's cameras.
Oh, okay. Earlier it was just nighttime but with a countdown. Okay.
Yeah, that could
Yeah,
be.
there's a countdown from the
Light,
day.
light, nighttime.
We're ringing the bell. We're trying to sleep.
Facemaker.
Shoot.
Oh, can you hear me? You're sort of still disconnected. You are muted though.
That would do it.
That would do it. Okay.
I will go for killing whoever it is who is.
Who?
I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to pick one of the new people straight off the bat. But I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna.
Impression.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
but oh no. Okay. Okay, guys. Do you want to get rid of the timer now, or should we just go? It's up to you. I'm sorry, Gray, if you're
just read
listening.
it back to script.
Ah, whoa, hello.
I
We are
have
definitely not impersonating you. Hi.
very exciting news for you. Who would you like to pick to use your ability on?
I don't have anyone in mind. Can I? Is it acceptable that I pick like random ass guess?
I mean, you can't just tell me the word random, but
I just think it will be very funny if Nitsi is like if Nitsi was a demon.
why is that? Is that who you're picking?
Yeah, just randomly.
You're just gonna pick Nixie? Okay, great.
Yeah.
You learn that Nixie's role is the imp.
What the fuck? Are you serious right now?
I was 26. Now I'm 27.
Yeah, now you're 28.
Oh,
He's
okay.
rapidly aging before our eyes. Somebody do something.
The mysterious case of Benjamin Button. This is why I picked this icon, by the way.
I
It
just
all
want to say to the
comes back.
demon, could you pick my internet service provider for this night, please?
You know what? That is a valid request.
Oh my god. All right, listen, we might be re-racking really quick. We have so many things pointing at the demon right now. It's crazy. Hilarious.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Who's your favorite mod?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Not the scalding
Mod?
tea.
From
I like
my
this
mods,
question.
Yeah.
my two mods are my friends. Like,
Who's your favorite friend?
Hello. The fact that I'm here tells you that you're still alive. Who would you like
I
to pick
know.
tonight?
Let's pick Rain and Perky.
You are picking Perky and Rain, and
Yeah.
you learn that no, neither of them is the demon.
Thank you.
watching. I hope you're playing Star Wars game right now.
You get a very serious DM. We're like, we need to talk.
Nobody tell him.
Okay. Everybody, you awaken and learn that.
Good morning.
Let's see. There we go. Anta died in the night.
God.
Oh no.
Good
Oh god, their partner came for
That's
them.
what you get for saying who's your favorite mod.
4 minutes to talk privately or publicly as much as you would like to. Have
What a mess.
fun.
I wonder if it was the food crime. I wonder if the food
Oh, yeah,
crime
wait, I
was
forgot about that.
motivation.
They tossed the idea of ketchup and bananas.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
And just as a
Oh, no.
reminder, Anta, since you are one of the new players, while you're dead, you are still allowed to talk and play the game. So you're still allowed to say whatever you want. You don't have to be dead silent, but you can if you want. Just letting you know, since that's not how these games typically work.
Okay, I'm just in
Also,
shock.
you get one vote.
Of being dead. I'm
Oh yeah.
adjusting
I did
my-
not. I did not. Sorry, I did not clarify that. For the new players, you can't make nominations if you're dead. And when it comes to voting for executing players, you only get to use your vote one more time the rest of the game if you are dead.
Right.
So that is important information for you to know. Thank you, Perky, for
I don't think-
reminding me.
And then you don't get your abilities either from whatever you're.
Correct. Yeah. When you're
Oh,
dead,
right.
your abilities are done.
Okay, so who didn't agree with their food crimes?
Me, I actually.
Yeah!
read it.
Alex, that's so
Everybody.
cruel. I was just
actually-
speaking
Agree with their
truth.
food crimes.
I gained their trust and then sold them out.
Sorry,
to the public
like
immediately.
the timer is frozen on my side. Is that what's supposed to be
No,
happening?
it's frozen
Oh
on
yeah,
my
it's also
side.
frozen on my
That's
side
like
too.
you.
Is it?
And
Yeah.
Angela, for
Yeah.
some reason, is
Oh,
like.
wait, no,
grayed
it's
out.
moving.
It's not frozen. It's
slowly.
moving very
It's just moving really slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo
Oh.
is just
It's-
in a different channel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Boo's just chilling in the
Rainbow
library. No worries, no worries, no worries.
I'm going.
Oh, I forgot this was chat.
I'm gonna go hang out at my house.
We have houses?
Well, Cade's a ghost and they went to the graveyard, so listen, everybody's gone now. It's over.
No.
And went for him. So, who do you remember not approving of the food crime?
Me. I actually am the one that set that betrayal up.
Oh, well then maybe it was you.
Well, yeah, it was a.
It's a party.
It is a party in the
Cozy
graveyard.
Hello.
You want some interesting lore, Gray?
Oh, hit me with
Why
it.
I say grave raving ghost is because I went to a really cool graveyard one time and I saw that like in the crypts they had like parties that you could host. Like
What?
Yeah, and I was like,
That's so
holy crap,
cool.
it's a grave rave. And ever since I was like, I stole it. I stole it for myself.
That is
That's so
sick.
cool.
Incredible.
That's so
when
cool.
I die, do that with my grave.
Honestly, when I
too.
die, do a party in the graveyard.
I just got turned into a ghost, so listen, I'm here with you in spirit.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Celebration of life or whatever.
Yay.
Just have parties. I want you to have fun.
But I am totally useless in this.
Oh,
situation.
Grybok's spooky now.
I don't know
Or-
anything.
It's true.
I will tell you this. I am one of the
Hi,
outsiders. That is the one thing I'm willing to say.
Oh.
Wait, what'd you say there, Apollo?
But I'm one of the outsiders.
Oh,
Which-
that's good to know.
Which outsider would you say you are?
Which outsider would I say I am?
Yeah, which
Let
would
me
you
just say
say you
this: is that the knowledge of that is not going to be useful to
Ding dong.
anybody, and it will only help the Dean Moon.
Is
So-
doing that on purpose?
Here's the thing, right? Is I have maybe some information, and that might be incredibly important to know.
Okay.
Are you? Can I ask you a question? Are you a
I
role?
will not tell you who I am. I have a role
Are you,
that is
Sorry.
information based.
Now that I'm dead.
Got little plastic cups connected by a string. Okay.
Right, Gray?
What? Yes, huh?
There's certain roles that like still work when you're dead, aren't there?
Oh, you found it. You found it.
There are a few that specifically say that their ability works while can continue working after death. Yes.
Gotcha.
oh,
A few examples are the spy's ability to register as a good player, the recluse's ability to register as an evil player, the raven keeper's ability actually only activates when they die. There are other characters in other sets that also actively work while dead, or because they died, or in similar ways. But the general rule is if it doesn't say otherwise, then your ability is done. But some of them specifically say in their ability text. I am going to give you guys 2 minutes to make nominations. We're lowering the time each time.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
We're gonna get like
no.
a couple rounds in, and it's gonna be like, you have 5 seconds. Go, go, go.
Speed Clocktower.
Just throw out a name. Just any random name. There's no time.
I don't know.
It's so hard.
Perky's
There's
gonna
no
turn into Robespierre
information.
over there.
What, Apollo?
It's a Perky's turning to Robespierre over there. Like, everybody, there's no time. You have to vote to kill these people, but I won't kill you well, after they're dead.
How do you figure it out? What
Real quick,
questions
are
do
you
you
a
even
new
ask?
player? Because I know that
Yeah.
you might have been. You are? Okay. I noticed that you were
Perky's not a
struggling.
brand new player. Perky's played a few
Oh,
times.
me? No, I'm not.
Yeah, Perky
Okay.
was there last time.
I
I
thought
believe.
you were struggling on how to figure out how to join a voice room. So I
Oh
was,
no, I was trying to
Alright.
spy and trying to get
I'll-
some information, but I couldn't find anything.
It's me who can't join the voice rooms because my ping won't let me.
I'll
Oh,
throw
no.
some hands.
Oh,
Perky, what role do you want to claim? Is there any you want to claim?
Should I even say my? I don't think it's a good idea to say my role out loud. I'm scared that
I'll do it.
Oh.
I am
Who said
the Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Anyone else want to share with the class?
I'm looking
Wait,
at
who said that? I was looking at Discord. Fuck.
Rain said that.
Rain claims
Rain.
Slayer.
Well, I'm
Okay.
going to close the day if I don't hear a nomination in 20 seconds.
I just don't know.
Yeah, no. I
What
don't
about
have
you,
nothing.
since you asked?
Oh,
Yep.
I will just say I have sus on 2 people because of my role, and I don't want to like say my role yet. But if there isn't, if there's anyone who can check out Perky, please check them out.
Check me out. I don't mind that. Go ahead.
Okay, well, it sounds like we've ended the 2 minutes without any nominations being done. So I'm going to be ending the day in 3.
We're just gonna keep dying.
I've been censored. Someone doesn't want the truth to come out. They're censoring me.
Wait, hold on.
Unless we
Hold
got
on.
my
hold on.
roommate.
I want to.
Greyback Kiawi.
Oh,
I
hold
want
on,
to
hold
use my arrow.
Rain would like to use their Slayer ability. Yes.
Yes.
On.
I will use it on Perky, just to like clear their name if it doesn't work.
It
Okay.
only clears them
Rain.
if they're the demon. Just to be clear, do you still want to use it?
Sorry, what was that?
It will only clear them if they're the demon, not any of the demon minions. So just to be clear, are you sure you want to use it yet? I would personally hold on to it, but it's up to you.
Oh, can you only use it once?
I think you should.
Yeah.
I can only
Wait,
use
wait,
it
what
once.
if we get? What if
Yeah,
we
I
get
don't
murdered
think
tonight
you
now,
should
though, because
use
they know
it.
the demon?
No.
I thought if you were
Rain, you
evil at
shouldn't
all, it
use
would
it.
work.
But
No.
No,
if
it's just demon.
Okay.
they but like
I will also tell you, my sus is not that Perky is the demon, it's if Perky is like a minion or not. So that
I'm neither, but I would say don't use it because I don't want you to waste an arrow, and you would die, right?
right, but if
No.
they don't
Well,
get
I
it,
feel like I'm
They
gonna
won't
die
die.
next round
Okay.
anyway.
yeah, if
I'm-
the concern
I'm
knows that
gonna-
they're a good target for the demon at this point, like
Yeah,
arrow
you should
slayer.
have revealed your role.
I'm gonna out
the
myself,
demon's gonna-
and I'm definitely gonna get killed for this. I'm fortune teller, and I think you should use your thing on Nixie because I revealed that she was the imp, or could be the imp. That or she's the red herring, and it was between her and Rain, and then I did it on Rain and Perky. So I know for sure that Rain is not the demon.
Okay,
that makes more sense to me.
I'm gonna add to that. I was
yeah.
the Raven Keeper.
I'm sorry.
and
I keep
agree
seeing
with-
what's going on.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Rain is
Oh,
a
okay.
target.
Hey, Apollo,
Guys,
can
stop
you check your DMs real
disconnecting
quick?
so much.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Okay, this is a bit of a clusterfuck. This is why I do a countdown, because the day really should have ended by
No,
now.
I won't do anything. Sorry, I derailed it.
I mean, if you already like wanted to do it, like I was just saying, like, sorry, Sid and I kind of like put a lot of information in the
I
air,
know, sorry.
but if Sid thinks that it's Nixie as the demon, and you think you're gonna die as Slayer, you might as well take the shot.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I have no say in this, but like, this is crazy, right? Like, I mean, well, I guess we're gonna find out after Rain shoots if someone's a demon or whatever. But like, where did that come from? Kate just said that out of nowhere.
Have you not been here?
If you read the character roles, you might get a good idea of what Cade is, even without Cade saying what Cade is, if that makes sense.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna give Rain 5 seconds to decide if she wants to use her ability and on whom,
I
and
do,
nobody
Nixie.
else. You're gonna use it on Nixie?
Yes.
Okay, Rain lines up a Slayer shot on to Nixie and pierces Nixie straight in the heart, and Nixie dies.
Oh, Sid, good freaking information.
Anyway, since I told
Let's
you
go.
that the day was ending a minute ago, good night.
Oh, good
Well
job.
done, Rain.
Holy shit!
Welcome to the afterlife.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Okay, well there's a problem now. There's a
What's the
minion
problem?
in the
Problem.
game, which means the imp is now moved.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that means
Now there's
that
no
there's only
minions,
one.
but that means that the imp is moved.
Question:
Right.
Is there anybody else that could
What does
kill
that
during
mean?
the day in this?
Wait,
No.
hold on. I have a question.
don't
How
think
does the
so.
imp move?
Okay,
Wait,
okay.
Isn't that-
But I'm gonna answer Apollo's question first, and then I'll answer Perky's question. Apollo's question was, is there anybody else who can kill during the day? No, that is the only way in this script for somebody to die based on somebody else actively using their ability. So that is what, so basically that's hard confirmed that Rain is the Slayer. Perky, as far as the way a demon can pass along, there are two possible really things. One is that Nixie could be the recluse, and the recluse can register as the imp, and so then the imp hasn't moved at all because the imp did not actually die. Or option two is one of the minions is the Scarlet Woman, and the Scarlet Woman's ability will make them become the demon if the demon dies early in the game. So those are sort of the two ways that that can happen.
Oh, I see.
We're so fucked.
Goddamn. So
I
it
mean,
could have been
I
not
know,
Nixie
right?
the whole time.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Very hard not to be suspicious when you keep disconnecting. It's like, what? What did everyone say? What did everyone say? Oh, I'm dead.
It wasn't even your fault. I just got really, really, really lucky with my first night read.
Oh, don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Like, you did not do
I just took
anything wrong.
a random guess and guessed you.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. I just got really lucky, and that
Nobody did anything wrong, Les. Okay, it's all good. You did your job as a fortune teller, and you did it damn good. Like you did fine.
Hi,
Hello.
Perky, as you might
Hi.
guess.
Yeah,
You are the demon.
I just answered you asking how to kill someone.
Yeah, now pick a player and they will die.
Definitely Kate, because she's sus on me, so I want her out of the way.
Okay, you've selected Kate. Fantastic. Ta-ta.
It's all fine, honestly. If
Yeah, that
anything,
would've
it's
been
probably
really
better.
sus.
Yeah, that would have been a little sus, wouldn't it?
What the fuck? I'm alive?
Hello. Go ahead and pick two players.
Holy shit, I'm alive? I'm gonna do Cade and Rain.
You are going to pick Cade and Rain, and you
Yes.
learn that, yes, one of them is the demon.
Oh, yay. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want?
Okay, so chat, listen, I think Evil's pretty cooked here, but basically the reason that I did that is because Cade is the red herring and so has to show up as the demon. Unfortunately, Cade has died, so they're probably not going to believe that that information was correct. So I suspect that they are going to suss out who is in fact the demon. But the only lucky thing that might happen is they might think that since Sinopa had checked Perky already, Sinopa may not recheck Perky and get us in the situation that we're in. But it's looking pretty bad for Evil right now. Welcome back to the daytime, and in the night, Cade was
Wow.
underground.
Okay.
Okay. That makes me more sus of Perky.
Oh my.
Why?
I did
4
my
minutes.
fortune. I did my fortune on Perky before, and it didn't say anything. But that was before Nixie died, so it's not really of any use.
So now that I'm dead, I can say that I'm investigator.
Oh.
And my
Okay.
information, I don't know. I could also, let me see, because it's like, I know the information I gave, but I'm also like wondering like how, I don't think it's true now because the game would be over
Cade is good enough at this game
because
they may
the information
talk
Gray gave
themselves
me
out of the
was
right
that
answer
either Perky or Apollo
because of my
was
deception on day
barren.
one.
But if they were barren, there would be no Scarlet Woman, which means the game would be over.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there is a 50% chance that someone is drunk.
There's also
Remember.
that.
Oh,
But
also, wasn't it like the imp could not be the imp or something like that? From what I understood earlier.
That's other
different.
scripts, I think.
But I also have a feeling I know what Apollo's role is, if that's the case. But I'm not gonna say their role. I will say I believe Apollo is good. That is my information.
Who did you say it was?
Can I ask? Sorry,
it was you
can I
or
ask a question?
it was either you or Perky that I got information for. What's your question?
Because I'm fortune teller, I'm not sure if when I get a red herring, if I get a new one when the red herring dies, because you were my red herring.
Okay. That's a great answer or not.
A fortune teller does not get a new red herring.
Okay. I'm so gonna die tonight. There's no way around it.
Boo, what's
Just
your
to
role? Just from you much.
So just because my information now is kind of like irrelevant, I was the librarian, which is why I kept going to the library every day because I'm silly goose. And I can confirm that Apollo is good.
Okay.
Gray, I have a question.
Sure. Private or public?
If Apollo is a specific outside, like, am I guaranteed as the investigator to know that one of them is a particular role, even if one of them like is labeled, even if one of them is like mislabeled as bad, and I don't know which one, is it possible that the other one is still bad?
Oh, that didn't clear it.
So, it sounds like you're asking a question about the recluse, based on the way that you are describing somebody being labeled as something that.
Okay, let's
not.
just say, if Apollo is the recluse, can Perky still be the Scarlet Woman, even if you told me one of them is the Baron?
Yes, that is possible. If somebody registers as another role, then any information given about them is considered to be as though they were actually that thing. There is no stipulation on any of the first information characters, the investigator, the librarian, the washerwoman, or the chef, that
okay. And as
like
a dead person,
both
can I
characters
nominate?
or only one of their characters? You can't. That both or not, like there is no. Let's say this was a bigger game and there were two minions. I could show you both minions, or I could show you a minion and another player, or I could show you a recluse and a minion, or I could show you a recluse and the demon, or I could show you a recluse and the townsfolk. Like all of those possibilities are valid as long as something is true that I have told a investigator, librarian, washerwoman, etc., etc. So that's how characters that register make the game state difficult to determine, because it means that so.
Then I will say it's a 50-50 shot, in my opinion, between Perky and Aphelion, and I would say, since I died and I had sus on Perky, I would vote Perky up if anyone has like that.
Yeah.
Isn't it? No. Hold on. Isn't it a smart idea to kill you to give sus on me? Because I'm not the demon. I'm a butler, and I can only vote when Boo votes.
But Kate didn't give out any of that information before they died. So there would be no way to.
Kate was sus on me, right? Isn't it the smart thing from the demon to kill Kate so the sus will be on me?
I mean, either way, I'm pretty confident that like me and Apollo are safe. Rain used their skill, and Sin seems to know what they're doing, so it either has to be Aphelion or Perky, and I don't really think the order and us voting them out really matters.
Yeah, and you do it now before they kill at night, so when you still have the numbers.
Well, speaking of nighttime, I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to make a nomination. Otherwise, we're going to nighttime.
I'm gonna nominate Aphelion.
What?
Okay, Boo. Boo has nominated Aphelion.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
Okay.
Nominate player. All right. So, for those of you who are new, the way that this works in Also Hello Raiders, I know that you are familiar. Looks like Nixie is having some connection problems, unfortunately, and is getting kind of yeeted. But the way that this works is that the reason that I give you all this time to make discussions outside of nominations is so that nominations, both the people have to actually understand the information that they've been given and be able to make a succinct case and not just have it be a town hall every time somebody gets nominated, which is basically what happened yesterday, but that wasn't a nomination. So the person who makes the accusation will make the accusation, they will make their case for it, and then the person who has been accused will defend themselves and basically have as little outside information as possible from other players, unless there's a very specific, like, you told me on day one that it was this, right? And that, like, the other player could say, like, yes, right? But I don't want everyone in here litigating their pros and cons and their different teams' like worldviews. It's only between the people that are directly involved in the nomination. After both of them have said their piece, we will start a countdown, and the countdown always starts to the right, clockwise, so to speak, from the person who has been accused, such that the accuser will end, or the person who was accused will be the final vote. So, with all that being said, Boo, you are muted, but it is your turn to j'accuse.
Yeah, so really simple. It has to be Perky or Aphelion. You know what? Perky was scared of the Yowie. Aphelion was not. And
really, that's what this comes down to.
So we're gonna let Perky have their chance. And if this is wrong, we can just get them next time.
Oh wow.
Okay, Af, it is your defense. Unless there's anything else you want to add.
Okay. Well, for one, if we're sus of Perky, I would suggest that we nominate Perky. Why? Because I'm an Undertaker. I would be able to confirm their role once they're taken out. So if they're the demon, well, goodbye. There's only one other minion in the game. There's also something else I want to confirm, and that's if I'm the drunk or not. So if somebody gets executed, I'm gonna find out what they are the next, like, after it happens. If I don't, I know I'm the drunk. If I do, then I'm gonna know, who they are, and we can at least confirm someone's role. The only two people I do not have confirmed roles for right now is Perky and Apollo. Everybody else is good, including me. So it's either Perky or it's either Apollo.
Okay.
Can I quickly say one quick thing for Aphelion's sake?
Sure.
Nixie died when they got shot with the Slayer arrow, so we're just looking for the minion that became the demon.
Yeah, I know.
So there wouldn't be another minion. There's just whoever is the last person.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm trying to find who that is, and the only people I haven't confirmed as good is Apollo and Perky, so it's got to be one of them, because everyone else's roles are confirmed as to my current knowledge. They're the only two I have not confirmed a role for. And if we take out Perky, then I'll be able to confirm their role literally tomorrow.
I've confirmed Apollo's role.
Oh, okay, so then it's got to be Perky.
Alrighty, starting the votes in 3, 2, 1. Spacebar to raise your hand if you want to vote. Remember, if you're dead, you only get one vote for the rest of the game. This is for... Okay, that is 4. You are on the chopping block.
Sorry, had to vote because Boo voted.
However,
you can also nominate them, Aphelion.
Yeah, however, the day has not ended. Nominations are still open. If somebody can get more votes than that, then they will be executed instead. Are there any nominations? There's 2 minutes left.
I would like to nominate Perky, because I don't believe them one bit.
Okay, Af has nominated Perky. Af, make your case.
Well, I, again, will state what I did beginning when I was defending myself, is that Perky and Apollo are the only two people I haven't confirmed. If Boo's gone and confirmed Apollo, that leaves Perky. So either we take Perky out, and I'm able to use my Undertaker ability to confirm who they are tomorrow. And it either clears them or we take out the demon and we win. So
Fair enough. Perky, what would you like to say in your defense?
In my defense, I'd like to say I'm too sleepy. I don't understand half of the shit that's going on. All I can say is I'm a butler. I can only vote when Boo votes, because that's who I picked. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I was asking questions earlier regarding, like, how do you become, you know, if Nixie died, how did the demon moved? Because I don't know how that works. So, I don't know, honestly. I really don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, Perky has used the I'm a sleepy butler gambit.
to.
Beginning votes in 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Okay, that is not enough votes to...
We tied.
Wait, we tied? Oh,
We
Kate
did
used
tie.
their-
Shit! Oh!
Wait, was it a tie? Because I,
I
didn't
forgot
vote
that's
for.
how that
It
works.
was a
I
tie.
voted because I thought
was a tie.
Selene had 3.
Well, you were the third vote. Cade was the fourth vote, putting it in a
No,
tie.
no. I meant Athelion had. I thought Athelion had 3 last round.
No, Felian had 4.
They had
No, she
4.
got-
Gosh darn
she
it!
got
I'm sorry.
4.
We need 5.
Well, there are no players on the chopping block
Oh, thank
because
goodness.
Cade has tied the game. Are there
I had
any
my vote up
other?
already. I was hoping Apollo also voted there.
Are there any other nominations before
I
the
was
day
going
ends?
along. Sorry, we're not supposed to be shouting over each other.
That's okay. Are there any other nominations? You still have another minute or so to discuss, but we're going to be ending it real quick after that.
Oh, this is insane. This one's so wrong.
Wait, is it possible to nominate the same person?
It is not on the same day.
Okay, so
Oh.
great.
I'm so sorry. I'm really.
I have
bad at math.
I have a new suspicion, but it would be so.
Okay.
No,
Go ahead.
Do it.
It doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't. It would be. It doesn't matter. There's no way to win if that's the case.
Quick! Just say it.
Just go for it. You can make your case that way, and then they can make their case back.
Boo.
Are you nominating Boo?
No, I can't nominate
No.
Boo. She knows too much for that to be a bit of throw.
She knows
It's
too much.
insane. That's insane. That would be insane.
That
Okay.
that tends to be
Boo.
the case when
I
you're the
nominate Boo.
librarian.
I nominate Boo.
Okay,
Oh.
fair.
Okay,
Okay.
Apollo has nominated Boo.
This is gonna be the stupidest accusation I've ever made in my life, but I'm gonna just at least I'll get a second to talk about this. I've been listening to Boo. Boo knew right away that when I said I was the outsider. She was able to confirm it within like just a second. And then I talked to Antares later and kind of like backlogged that I know that Boo's got to be, what's it called? Boo has to be
Librarian.
the librarian. There's no way. But then I just watched her throw the plan like instantly. Because right now, if we go through and we killed Aphelion, I didn't vote for Perky because I was thinking, we'll kill Aphelion, and then one of us will die, and we'll have enough to convict Perky. But now, if we delay it another day, we can end up timing out and let the demon win.
I mean,
So
I think
I have
it-
no idea. I have no
sorry,
idea.
no.
Like, how did you? Why? Can you explain why that happened? Was that a mistake? Was that
Yeah.
like a,
Okay. Boo.
I
Yeah,
can't
go
do
ahead.
I can't do math, and I saw it. Aphelion had 3 votes, and I went, "Oh shit! It's gonna even out." And I'm like, I have to put my hand out to make sure one of them gets out. So I threw my hand out.
Well, thank you for saving me.
So I literally just fucked up. That's all it was.
I'm just amused about the fact that you said it was me, and then you saved my butt literally when it counted. So I'm like, are
the
we
chaos.
friends? Are we not friends? I don't know
Listen,
anymore.
numbers aren't real. Math isn't real. Numbers aren't real. I don't believe in them, and they can't hurt me. But apparently they can.
Well, some numbers are real, like 3, 2, 1.
I don't even believe this. I'm
Yeah,
glad this
I honestly think like my stance was like I really think it's Perky, so I was like I'll just vote and like hopefully like more people will also vote on top of that. And then I was like, oh, we're at 4. Maybe Apollo will just raise her hand because it doesn't matter if it's Perky or Aphelion. You just have to get the majority and then Yeah.
True indeed. Okay, well, that's it. Y'all have lost all of your time privileges. Good night. Okay, chat, I'm gonna let him stew on this for a little bit, but I gotta really pee, so we're just gonna let him hanging. I'll be right back. I'll let you listen to them though.
Somebody else is gonna die, and the blood is gonna be on your hands.
You say somebody, but we all know.
Honestly, I think I deserve it.
I hope you know, Boo. That was such whiplash. You accused me, and then when it comes time to actually put me on the block, you're like, "No, wait, I changed my mind. You're fine." And I'm like, "I have whiplash."
I just wanted to give Perky the benefit of the doubt and let them go for one more round.
I was just sitting here, leaning back, my arms folded, smiling, like, "Yeah, I guess we just won." Like, wait, what happened?
No.
You wouldn't have won. That's the
Oh,
thing.
God. Oh, my God.
Perky's
I ruined
so
all of Sin's
tired.
hard work.
So
I'm
sad.
exhausted. Like, holy, it's like almost 3 a.m. for me. My brain is not working.
I mean, Sin, you can just tell us, like, today, right?
Yeah.
If I don't die,
I mean, even if you... That's fair.
I can't do my roll action if I die.
Yeah. I would still, like,
Please
lean
don't die,
90%,
please.
90%
Please don't
towards
die.
Perky.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you can kill me if you want, but the game's not gonna end. And I want the game to end so I can go to bed, please. Please. I'm begging you. I want to go to bed.
Wait, if we
I
get
have
it
to wake
wrong
up at
tomorrow,
6 a.m.
Well,
we get
keep
it
in
wrong, are we
mind
fucked?
also that there is still a 50% chance that someone is drunk. That's
so
a pretty high odds.
So I don't think that's the case right now, just on the grounds of like the reason why. So when I first asked Apollo to confirm, it was because I knew what I thought they were, and I didn't. But I wanted to make sure I wasn't drunk. So as long as they told me first, it made sure that they weren't like giving me false, like disagreeing with me because they were evil, and then B confirmed if I was drunk or not.
Oh, yeah, see, that's why I was really hoping that I would be able to confirm myself whether or not I'm the drunk because of my ability.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm trying desperately to figure it out.
my information was accurate, so it's also impossible for me to be drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, Boo, if you're the
I
demon,
used
I'm
an
never gonna
arrow,
feel
so I'm
safe
also
around
not
people ever
drunk.
again.
Hey,
Hello.
Perky. Who would you like to target?
Hello. Oh, yeah, God, I don't know. I'm already fucked as is. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, if we're being honest, probably.
Yeah, most likely. Let's go for Sin.
Sin? Okay.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to confirm.
Well, I'm just saying that if we take them out and they're the demon, we win. And if I can't confirm them, then I'm drunk.
But if it has to be one of you two, there's no need to confirm. It has to be one of you two.
Wait, how do we know that Apollo is safe?
Both of Boo and my information whatever. They work together to prove that Apollo. Corroborate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great time for you to discuss whether your information corroborates it, because Sonoba has died in the night. Congratulations, you guys get 3 minutes to chat before nominations.
I knew I was gonna die. There was no way I wasn't gonna die.
Yeah. Can I just nominate right now?
I'm gonna say no, unless everybody else says they're willing to just go straight to nominations.
I'm good to go to
I think we
nominations.
should
I think
talk.
I'm pretty set.
Everybody's pretty talked out? Okay. Great, then ignore that timer. Fine, we have 3 minutes of nomination time.
Cool. I'd like to nominate.
Yay!
Boo did
Nominate
speak up
Boo?
and ask first. I am going to give
Okay,
Boo,
Boo, you're first.
priority. All right, Boo, who do you want to nominate?
I want to nominate Aphelion.
Okay, congratulations. Aphelion has been nominated.
Rain, please do not vote this. Please do not vote this, Rain.
Crazy.
Wait,
Okay,
why?
well, I'm hearing a
It is
lot of
Perky.
discussion from the
It is
peanut
Perky.
gallery as to who should or shouldn't vote a certain way. However, it is Boo's turn to speak. Boo, what would you like your accusation to be?
I just think it's a little bit sus on how doubled down on like verifying skills within the argument, which is the only reason why I'm leaning more towards Athelion than Perky.
No.
Okay, Af, would you like to make your defense?
Yes, I would like to make my defense. The reason why I'm 100% sold that it's Perky is because Perky's information up to this point has been completely across the board inconsistent. And there's one very big, gigantic inconsistency that happened literally during the nominations yesterday. Perky stated exactly word for word that they were the butler and thus they had to vote when you did. So when it came time for me to be nominated, they voted because you voted. Now, here's the kicker. When it came time for them to be nominated, they conveniently didn't vote when you did.
To be clear, a butler does not have to vote the same way as their master. They just aren't allowed to vote if their master isn't voting. Just to be perfectly clear.
Well, I'm just stating what Perky stated, and if Perky's bluffing that they're a butler, that is a huge, gigantic inconsistency to me, because they made it very clear, oh, I have to vote, because that was their wording, and then they didn't. So,
fair enough.
I very much, not to mention, Perky's the only one of the group I do not have a verified role for. I have verified literally everybody else on the board except for Perky. I am pretty sure it's Perky. Like 90% sure it's Perky. Just because of all my intel and all the inconsistencies the entire game.
Sorry, a quick question. What role did you say you were?
I'm Undertaker.
Okay, right, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
And the reason why my role hasn't kicked off is because nobody's been executed the whole game.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, beginning with Nixie as the first potential vote. 3 votes is enough to execute.
Rain, please don't do this, Rain, please.
Rain,
I have begging you, Rain.
I have to.
Okay, I think you guys can still get majority. I think you guys can still get majority on Perky.
This is enough to put you on the block. However, the game is still running. Are there any other nominations? Or you can use this time to talk it out a little bit, but just be aware, if you run your time out, it's over.
I definitely want to nominate Perky. 100% want to nominate Perky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we go to nominations, can I ask one question?
Sure, you can ask one question.
Athelion, how are you having all this information if no one's been executed and you're claiming Undertaker?
Because I've been listening to everybody's conversations throughout the game, and I've been using the tagging system that Greybach mentioned at the start of the stream, where I can basically assign what you say your roles are. Cade is investigator, Rain is slayer, Sinopa is confirmed fortune teller, you're librarian, I'm Undertaker, Nixie was imp, and the only roles I have not confirmed is Anta.
It's funny because
Anta's dead.
Af is like talking about
Cade
confirming, but Af hasn't confirmed anything. Af has just written down what they said, but they just don't believe Perky.
I did say my role.
Oh,
it
I
was
didn't hear your
Keeper.
role. But
Yeah, it
you've
was
been
Raven
ruled
Keeper.
out as the demon because you're deceased.
You're an outsider, then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And that's why I'm also trying to rule myself out as a drunk.
Yeah.
Because,
outsider
the
would be
only
Perky.
2 people I
Perky
do
would be
not
the second
have
outsider.
a confirmed role for is Apollo and Perky. And everyone's
that's fine.
swearing up and down that Apollo is good. And he also stated earlier on that he was an outsider, but I couldn't verify what outsider you were yet. So I have you as a question mark and Perky as a question mark. Perky's been inconsistent with their information the entire game. And every single time they're backed in a corner, they have a convenient reason to dismiss themselves. So I'm pretty sure it's Perky.
I think
But that's how.
Ghosts get 1 vote per game, by the way, Ant.
Correct. Yes, yeah, being aware. Dead players get 1 additional vote for the rest of the game. Cade has used theirs already. And Perky, it sounds like the accusation has been made, unless there's really anything else you want to add, Af, but...
no,
sounds
that's
like
I stick by my information. 100%
Perky's turn.
stick by my information.
Okay, so I feel like you're pushing too much on me because you're the demon and you're just trying to win the game because you've been trying to be the leader for too long. So I don't, like I said, like, regardless, I just want the game to end so I can go to bed because I'm exhausted. But if you vote me out, we're gonna lose and the
Can I
demons are
add
gonna win.
something? Even
But
if
regardless,
I'm
it's
dead?
gonna be a good night for me.
If it's
That is
very
100%
quick,
you.
answer.
I was telling to Rain that I felt like Rainey's reaction when Nitsi was dead was very much like, oh, what do I do now? Instead of, oh, what happens now? It was so quick and so immediate that since Nitsi died, it felt like it was passed to Perky, but I wasn't sure. But added to what Afe has been saying, I do feel strongly about Perky because of the reaction they had to Nitsi's death. Not to Nitsi's death, but to right after Nitsi's death. Like it was like something changed on their screen and they were reacting to that.
No, there's nothing that can be changed on your screen, actually.
Okay. 3 votes to tie, 4 to execute.
And Tara already voted, no?
Nope.
No, only I did.
Okay, that is 5 votes for Perky. That is, I don't think that's even possible to beat at this point. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It theoretically is if Nixie votes, could be tied.
Okay.
But yeah, are there any other nominations?
Everyone would have to agree.
Yeah, everybody would have to. Every living player would have to agree. Sounds like that's probably it. So I'm going to close the game.
I feel so.
And let's see. Wait. Let me check the. I gotta figure out my buttons here. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Okay, listen. This is a lie. I clicked the wrong button. It's fine.
Oh, no.
The good team won. The game has ended.
For the bad guys.
Ignore that point.
I knew it. I was either Undertaker or drunk. Knew it.
So just to like poke a few holes in your logic, Af, even though you were ultimately correct. Who's the second outsider would be Perky with Perky's bluff that she was an outsider. There doesn't have to be a drunk. And in fact, this game, I did not pick the rules. I just hit complete random. So there was a drunk, but not because I put one in.
No, it was statistically possible. Like,
yeah,
I went
it was.
with
It was
statistics that there was a high chance.
Sure. But there was a lot of talk of you confirming things when literally you've confirmed nothing. So just throw that out there.
That is the reason why I was so suspicious, is because you kept saying things and I'm like, you didn't confirm any of this though. Like you yourself could not have confirmed it. You've just heard us talk, and anyone here could be lying.
No, anyway, I think we got lost.
Connect the dots. You didn't connect
You're extremely gullible when you consume too much
Whatever
alcohol.
you say to me first,
Maybe
I will
I'll
believe.
totally stunk that, but didn't we know Perky was evil of some type, like round 2 when Rain started pointing her crossbow at everybody? Like, I swear to God, did we not know that?
I knew that Perky couldn't. I knew Perky wasn't the imp. That's why I told Rain not to shoot Perky, because I was like, it's either Perky is a minion, either you or Perky was a minion,
right?
And the Slayer shot would do nothing, or my information was skewed anyway.
So I really, just to put this in here, I really probably should have just forced it to go onto Perky. Normally, I would not allow you guys to let somebody take their abilities back because you haven't discussed any information until it comes out. You guys are really bad about not saying anything for 2 days. And then all of a sudden being like, wait, we need to interrupt all the process to get all the information out when like literally nothing's happened. So like the only reason I let that slide is because Rain was also a brand new player. But if you want to throw sus on somebody, don't do it after they've used their ability to try and change their ability's target. Just in general, I would normally not let that fly, and I would have just had it shoot.
That's fair. If they weren't a new player, then I also wouldn't have said anything. But like they are new, and I don't think they knew that Slayer didn't actually, it only affects the demon. It doesn't clear like anyone else.
That is also true, which is another part of the reason that I let that slide. But regardless,
this entire game could be boiled down to the fact that I'm way too trusting. I can't lie. There are other smart people can't lie, right?
When you started talking about Apollo and like how you cleared him, I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense to vote for Perky rather than like voting for you. And I think that's what really convinced me to like change my vote at the end.
Yeah, so let's just do a quick roll call of events that happened. Af was the drunk Undertaker, which literally never came up because Town literally never executed anybody until the last day.
I know, right?
Nixie was the imp the entire game and was given 2 outsider bluffs and the empath because I was setting up a scenario to maybe throw Cade off, who was the investigator, whom I told there was a Baron in the game between Apollo and Perky. Knowing that Cade is a smart player, I knew it was a risk to give the real minion in that pair, but I was hoping that if the demon and minion took the cue that I gave them 2 outsiders, that they would think that I was throwing some sus that there might be a Baron into the game. Didn't quite work out that way, though. Boo was given, of course, the correct ping on Apollo as the recluse between Apollo and Antares. I struggled with that a lot because I kind of low-key wanted to make Boo drunk and then have Boo find that somebody else was drunk.
Oh my god.
But I was a little worried that would be too easily verified by the sober Undertaker if Boo were drunk. But who am I kidding? You guys never execute anybody. We had Apollo the Recluse, who kind of threw off the information, but you guys saw through my ruse and still picked Perky anyways, which is mildly annoying because last time I chose the Recluse to register, everybody just assumed the other character was safe. So listen, you turns out you can meta the storyteller. We had, I'm going to go to Sinopa next, who was the fortune teller who on night 1 did ping off of Nixie and someone else correctly.
That was so fucking lucky.
Followed up by Antares, the Raven Keeper, whom Nixie killed immediately and who then picked Nixie, because wouldn't it be funny if Nixie was the imp? And in fact, she was. So Antares also knew that Nixie was the imp on night 2 or whatever that is. Then we had our Slayer, and we all know how that went down, who correctly picked Nixie. But I was that sort of giving the information that Cade's information was incorrect, because obviously there can't be a Scarlet Woman and also a Baron at the same time in a 1-minion game. But good job. Yes, Rain in the future. Yes, typically if you declare that you're the Slayer but don't use your shot, you will die that night. Most of the time. Just so so whoever was pushing you to at least use it on somebody was definitely correct there. I think that was Boo.
Thank you.
But
it was Boo and it was Cade.
I think it got really I think again I do feel bad about that night where we did end up using the Slayer, or that day, but like with the new player, I'm like, it was such a sudden, like, we're like, whoa, hold on.
Sorry, I feel like it's also like my inclination towards chaos. I'm just like, all right, there's a small suspicion on this person. Let's go.
I do want to point out this is 2 firsts in our online Clocktower games. The first is that we have never had a Slayer actually fire their shot. They were always like, ooh, I can't wait to be impactful, and then they die on the first night. Without even revealing that they're Slayer, just blind pick. The demon's been really lucky in killing the Slayer on night 1. And second is the first time, obviously, if the Slayer never even shot before, it's also the first time the Slayer actually picked the demon. And as I did outline, if Rain had picked Apollo, I definitely would have killed Apollo. Because Apollo, the Recluse, can register as the demon. But that in itself is already still pretty good information, because like he can say, well, I was the Recluse, and Boo would have had cross verification that, like, yes, he is the Recluse according to my ability. So that's like pretty good. That's like a pretty good verification that that's probably what happened. But yes, anyway, the Recluse can die from a Slayer shot. I also almost made the Slayer drunk, but that would have been pretty mean for a first-time player. So.
That would have been very funny, actually.
So I also feel bad about like the taking abilities back, but I feel like with a more experienced player, there would not be a I'm this, I'm gonna shoot you. It would be more.
They would just say, I'm going to shoot you.
Everybody, everybody who's like experienced enough with this game is like more patient and willing to like listen to what other people think. Sorry, I don't mean it bad.
That was the end of the day, actually, to be clear. Like, you guys wasted that entire day talking about yaoi in the library. And it was the end of the second day.
The information, though.
It was there was plenty of information, just none of you all said anything.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was waiting to see if more people claimed outsider roles, to be honest. Like,
I mean, that's valid.
The first day I asked Apollo if he felt comfortable like saying what they were, and they gave me like a very, very vague answer, and I was like, okay. And then I like just kept that, and because Apollo, Boo, and I could all whisper to each other, I kind of was able to verify that Boo was probably fine and what Apollo was, because Apollo was like pretty believable middleman.
Well, and that's really good too. You formed a circle of trust. Yeah, the information.
I wasn't even part of this circle. This was a chain. I had no idea Apollo was talking to Kate.
At some point, I forgot what was happening, and I had to rely on Boo for information. I'm like, you tell me what's going on.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
And Boo, you have no room to talk about Circle of Trust. Day one, you're like, do we have an alliance app? And I'm like, yeah, we do. I got your back. And then you're like, Aphelian's the demon. And I'm like, so much for that.
You didn't share any information after that. We were going to share information, and then someone jumped in the room, and then you never spoke about it ever again, which was sus.
It was day one.
I was going to scream when Boo voted, and I was like, "Why did you do that?" Like, and that's why I was like, "I need to." I was like, "This is not going to work," and I'm sorry, I wasted time by nominating, but like, I have to explain. Someone needs to know what's happening here.
Day one, though, like if we had numbers, so like even if we were wrong with Aphelion, it wouldn't have impacted anything to vote out Perky next round.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And then, but when you were like, I was like, okay, listen, if you do this, I will. If you back me up with Perky, I will go with you with Aphelion, and I think we just win. And then when you voted, I was just literally sitting here, just like nodding, like, "We got this in the bag." What did this happen?
I can't do math. I'm so sorry. I can't number.
Well, I'm glad you did, because you saved me. Thank you, Boo.
Yeah.
Your horrible math actually saved me.
I was being stubborn. Huh?
For me, it was because Aphelion was being too quiet. So I thought he was suspicious.
Aphelion was talking a lot.
No, but at the beginning.
At the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
He spoke a lot at night too.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the reason that I voted for Perky, because there was never a space in the night where Aphelion wasn't talking, so there was no chance for Greybach to talk to him.
That's so true.
Yay, my being a chatterbox saved my life.
Your yappiness saved your life.
Gray looked real annoyed at that.
Look at that eye roll from Gray. He's like, yes, App is a notorious yapper.
Died in the middle of all this.
That's so funny though, because the one time, like when I was in last time, we would pop into the call, I would say the name and like jump out as soon as I could to keep a conversation going. Like I would be in the middle of a sentence, pop in and out.
I will try to not yap as much next day.
So I can visit you in the night without actually visiting you in the night, but that requires you all to be very paying attention to your messages. So we can talk about that if we want. I would prefer we not try and develop a meta based on who's talking or not during the night.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. It is worth noting, of course. You can't not notice that somebody never was quiet during the night.
Exactly.
I really struggled to like keep my defenses like cohesive, because when I'm put on the block, like my hands are shaking and I've got anxiety crawling up my spine. I'm trying really hard not to stutter, and I'm like, just stick with your info, and get it out.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm just like,
Well, with that all being said, we had enough delays and it's late for several people, and several people are having internet problems, so I don't think we have enough time or people to actually do a second game, unfortunately. But
why not take a vote? Do hands.
Yeah, raise your hand, I guess, if you want to do a second game. But I think we're probably only gonna have like 5 people.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to run to another collab, so I have to stop.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
Perky. I'm really sorry.
You're good.
It's okay.
You're good.
Don't bring your
It was a
crossbow to
fun
that
game.
collab.
It was fun.
I'm glad, and I hope you get some good sleep as well. And now I'm worried
Good
that I
night,
yapped too much, so I apologize.
You're
if I
good.
yapped.
No,
please
it
keep
was
yapping.
hear your
Perfectly
voice.
fine.
Yap more.
I didn't
There is a fun
mean to
trend.
say that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. There's a fun trend where the drunk always happens to be the biggest yapper at like.
Well, I'm glad I kept the tradition.
In character. I didn't mean that you yap a lot as in like to be mean or that I'm annoyed with you or anything. It was just like it's hard not to notice when something like this game is like taking place at night and everybody's talking to each other and stuff like that.
I will say that it's also my experience with the first game I played on Blood on the Clocktower 2, and Gray can vouch for this. Like the last game that I was a part of, everybody yapped so much. So I was like, oh, okay, this is the normal. Like, you remember how last game was, Sin? You were there, Boo was too. Like, nobody stopped yapping. So I was like, oh, okay, this is just how the game goes.
Yeah, I watched that.
Last game and the game before were just like so much yapping, and this game I'm like, oh god, now I have to be the yapper.
I was just going off of what I remembered last
I was
game.
brutally punished for trying to get the business last time, and I was like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, that's another reason I stayed quiet, because every time I've been evil, I've like tried to put information out the first day, and they're like, Kate, just kill them. Like they're spreading it around. I'm like, you know what? I actually have information this time.
Ironically, Cade, it probably would have been better if we executed you day one. Well,
Oh
okay, not quite. But an Undertaker confirming an investigator or a librarian is who they say they are is actually like super useful.
It wouldn't have been useful this time because you gave me wrong information anyway.
Well, but it would mean that you aren't lying about who you are. You know what I mean? Like
the Undertaker was drunk.
Yeah, the problem in this case is the Undertaker was drunk, so I probably
exactly. It wasn't matter.
If somebody, at least
dying
if
when you have an
somebody
Undertaker
had
is
gone
actually
out.
good. Like dying early. Yeah, because the thing is, like, so much of this game, as you guys all can see, is like, well, everybody's saying this, but like, how do we prove it? How do we know that they're not just making up their information? And getting another player to say they are the role they say they are because I have the Undertaker ability is really important for saying, okay, then we can trust that they were at least told this information for real. They're not just making it up.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, sure, you don't want to kill the fortune teller on day one, right? Because like the fortune teller wants more information. But like, if the fortune teller has it narrowed down and they're like, hey, the person who's claiming saint, I get a ping that they're the demon. If you execute me, we'll find out if I'm drunk, right? And then like you're like, well, they're not. They're the fortune teller. Like they accurately got a ping that the person claiming saint is the demon. Like that, it is what it is. Of course, assuming that your Undertaker is sober and not also lying, but
or poisoned or something else.
Well, you
or all the other things.
you guys figured out there was no poisoner though. Yeah.
I'm just very amused that at the very start of the game, like I muted my game and I looked at my community and I was like, okay, I'm one of two things. I'm either the Undertaker or drunk. And I was right, but it was a crazy straw of events that got me there.
I don't think there's been a game where we haven't had a drunk.
I think there's been
I'm
one.
thinking it's Gray's favorite role, and that's why he always makes sure it's in there.
It does it does mess things up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with recluse.
I still feel shocked about the freaking luck I had right at the start of the game.
Day one Ravenkeeper kill into hitting the demon on day one that was pretty wild.
And
that was a pretty
plus at the same time, day one fortune teller on the demon. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds?
Ray, would you ever consider doing one of these with like some of the more like the later or advanced roles?
I was actually just going to ask you guys that.
Oh,
how many of you would be comfortable changing the set?
I
So it's
would.
the exact same rules, but there would be different characters. Yeah,
I think
raise
we
your hand if
need
you'd
to, because we're gonna start metaing you, Gray.
I know.
Okay, how about
Some of them
this?
are
Just for a
sick.
little bit of fun before we go, I'm gonna change the set right now, and you can look at the characters.
Some of them get really
Oh.
cool, and there's like different forms of play. Like some
Yeah,
demons
your
just really change
players,
the way it
select
works.
edition. Okay, sex and violence. All right.
Yeah.
What if I just like random, like, I'm just gonna do a total shuffle, and I'll just distribute them to you, and you guys can just have a little quick like tee hee ha ha, like this is which character I am.
Oh my gosh, the sweetheart sounds like hilarious.
I love it.
The sweetheart is
Dreamer.
absolute hilarity.
Okay, I'm gonna make this. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, I'll make it public immediately and reveal the game so that you guys can just like see everybody's characters. You know what I mean? Because we're not really playing. So, game results, cancel. There we go. Okay.
Evil twin. Evil
Okay,
twin.
so here's the fun one. The evil twin is a minion, and on the first night of the game, I would say, Rain, you're the evil twin of, well, Nixie's gone, but Nixie was the mathematician. So I would say, you are the evil twin of the mathematician. You know that Nixie is the mathematician. And so basically what happens is if this works kind of like a saint. So if the good team executes the twin who is good, then they lose. And so the idea is that Rain is going to spend the whole game gaslighting you that no, we're double claiming because one of us is good and one of us is evil. And if you execute the wrong one,
so interesting.
you lose. But also you can't, good can't win the game if the evil twin is still alive. So you also can't just ignore it.
Great, this is a disaster game. Look at this.
I love
it.
it.
It gets worse because Apollo's the demon, and the Apollo's demon ability is all good characters' information is incorrect.
I would just never kill anybody.
So, question,
I would just never
then.
kill anybody and wait for them to kill each other.
So with my role, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you learn one of two characters, or sorry, learn two characters, and then one is correct.
Yes.
What would it be for that then?
With the Vortox? That would actually, so that's a very good question. So it would mean, so the Vortox, unlike drunk information, the Vortox forces it to be wrong. When somebody is drunk or poisoned, it can be wrong. The Vortox must be wrong, which means that anybody that you pick, I will never tell you their real role. So you would get two wrong answers for your ability. Now, this may sound crazy, and it is, but in this game, in the later sets, there are 4 possible demons. There's still only going to be one player who is the demon, but all of the demons behave differently. And so part of the later sets is figuring out which demon you have so that you can figure out how the game is being messed with. So you can then figure out what, like, it's even more on the puzzle side. And you might be wondering, like, well, how can you learn anything if everything is false? But many abilities are simply a true or false. So if you figure out that the Vortox is the demon and you get a no, then that means the answer has to be yes. Like, the real answer has to be yes. Because you have figured out that it's the Vortox. It is. Yeah, the Dreamer is very powerful. Normally, like, if the Dreamer picked Cade, I would say Cade is either the Barber or the Vortox or whatever. They would. So you're a very powerful information gatherer. The Juggler is. Now, you guys haven't quite caught on to this meta yet. But often people will pretend that they are the Slayer, even if they're good, just to obfuscate whether there even is a good Slayer and whether or not they have used their ability. So with the Juggler, the same is true, where a Juggler comes out on the first day and guesses up to 5 players and 5 characters. And so they would say, like, I am juggling that Cade is the Barber, and Perky is the evil twin, and Antares is the whatever, and then so, like, and then I would say, you got 1 correct. I wouldn't tell you which one you got correct, but you got 1 correct, and you can juggle.
Oh, I love that.
It's very fun. You can also juggle the same player as 5 different roles. You could say, like, I think Boo is each of the outsiders, right? So there's multiple ways to use it,
All of
but
them.
what often happen is that players, because the demon can kill the juggler before they get their information, so many players will be like, I'd like to juggle, yada yada, and so then there'll be a lot of people, quote unquote, juggling, but only the real one does anything.
This is so neat.
What is
I'm
the
loving
mutant?
this.
I'm very curious about that.
Fun. That is a
You're
new rule that
mad.
I do have to explain. I'll get to that in a second. That's a good question, though. The mathematician learns how many abilities backfired due to other players' abilities. So that is... so this set has a lot of very powerful information, but it's delivered to you in more oblique ways. So you have to like really puzzle things together with this edition, but it's very fun. The barber is pretty self-explanatory. If you died, the demon chooses 2 players to swap characters.
Yeah.
So if the demon kills you or if the town kills you, the demon can just be like, great. Well, now someone else is the barber, and then I can kill them and then swap them around. And oh, maybe this time I'll swap with my demon or my minion and be like, whoopsie swoopsie, Rain's now the demon and I'm the minion because we switched characters.
This is crazy.
Tee-hee.
I love those. Absolutely love those.
The Sage is this game's version of the Raven Keeper. If the demon kills you, you learn that one of 2 players is the demon. So, like, that's very powerful. It points the finger directly at 2 players. In this case, if it was a Vortox game, it would have to be neither of them as the demon. But if you discovered it was a Vortox game, that tells you that you have 2 people you can guarantee to trust as not the demon because, you know, yeah. The Savant is extremely funny. Every day the Savant comes to me as the storyteller, and I tell them 2 statements that I get to choose what they are, and they can be literally anything as long as one of them is true and one of them is false. Now, typically, these should both be helpful to the game.
They could totally be outside of the game. Like,
They could be. If I was being a dick, yeah.
Ray's like, my socks are black and I had a sandwich for lunch today. And you're just
Here,
like,
let me give you a fun
Yeah, and I was
one.
like, guys, you will never believe this.
Let me give you a fun one. The evil twin has blue hair. Like, it can be anything. I can describe players. I can describe where they're sitting. I could say the top half of the circle is all good. But you don't know if that's the true statement or the false statement. So then, like, that's the puzzle. But like, it requires a lot of like fine tuning for the storyteller to give you good like information and good bad information.
It sounds like it can be really strong though.
It is very strong.
I
mean,
because
lots of characters in this one are very
confirming
strong.
that the
Yeah, it's all-
entire top half is good. That's like huge.
if it's true.
If it's true, yeah.
Really doesn't talk to blood.
Like, but there's a lot of ways that you could figure out which one's the lie.
Absolutely
It
are.
takes a while.
Yes, yes. Some other ones that didn't get shuffled in with y'all is, let's see, we've got my personal favorite, the Snake Charmer, which is a good character.
Oh.
Every night you pick a player. If you picked the demon, you become the demon and become evil, and the previous demon becomes a permanently drunk Snake Charmer. So
they think they're still the demon?
No, they know they're not.
Okay.
They immediately know that they've been snake charmed, which means they can immediately out their minions. They can be like,
I was
Rain
gonna
was
say,
the evil twin.
It would just... Why wouldn't they just immediately out everyone?
Well, they would, but they don't know who picked them to become.
Also-
so they don't know who the former snake charmer was.
Imagine sacking.
Okay.
There's ways to get like extra outsiders. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think there's ways to get extra minions in this one. Never mind. Disregard. I'm gonna say, imagine sacking your minion or one of your minions. You'd be like, and you're the snake charmer. Get all these people killed.
It's a very fun character because you can be like, well, I checked on the first 3 nights. I checked Anta, Sinopa, and Aphelion, and I didn't switch. Ergo, they are all not the demon, right? Like it is in a way like a fortune teller, but with more spice.
But
You're
then
like, listen,
all the
it
demon
didn't
has to do is kill the barber and then make that snake charmer a minion or something again, and then everyone's gonna believe that snake charmer was like fine,
True.
and then they
True.
can work together again.
Or you can get to like final 3, and then you're like, guys, I got snake charmed last night. I was the demon until today, and now I'm not. Like, listen, it's a wild character. It's the Wild West.
Also, the The Terra Novus, I absolutely love in this one.
Yeah, I'll give you all that includes madness, so I'll get to that in a second.
Sorry.
Other really powerful ones though are the town crier. Every night you learn if a minion voted for somebody to die today.
Ooh.
Or the flower keeper or the flower girl. Every night you learn if the demon voted today.
Isn't it the town crier nominated?
You're right. The town crier is nominated. So if we see that 2 people made nominations and then you get a yes on the town crier, then boom, you know that one of those 2 people is a minion, or your information's bugged. But that's.
Or in the case of Warthogs, you would know everyone who's not a demon.
That's exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You know exactly who isn't a minion. Okay, so madness is a mechanic that I don't. I like it, but it gets a little tricky. I am going to throw a little shade at the developers here. I do not think this was a good name for this state or whatever, because it's somewhat colloquial to Aussies, which is where they are from. So the definition of madness: you are mad that about something if you are trying to assert that thing is true. So being mad that you are a character means that you are trying to convince people that you are that character. And so the mutant is, if you are mad that you are an outsider, you might be executed at any time. So basically, if Boo is like, I'm an outsider, I'd be like, well, you're executed. We go to sleep. Good night. Or I might not, if I want to just like gaslight the town into like, well, Boo's saying they're an outsider, but maybe we don't believe them because like they're never dying. So like, who knows?
So would like what I did with Perky count as me being mad because I'm like, Perky is definitely this, and you'd be like, oh, well, goodbye.
No.
You would be mad that Perky is something. Like that is what it means to be mad.
This is, you have to be mad about yourself being something.
Correct. And so the Sarah Novus is a minion, and every night they pick a player and a character. And if that player is not mad that they are the character that was picked, then that player might be executed.
That is
now
insane.
You don't have to, but it would be like, Sinopa, you've been chosen by the Sarah Novus to be mad that you are the sage. And if you're not trying to convince people that you're the sage the next day, then I might just execute you and move on. However, you don't have to. You could just say, fuck it, my information's too powerful. I got a hit on the demon. I'm willing to be executed, and then, just like get the information out there. Like, you don't have to, but
basically what I did this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So madness is like kind of a weird mechanic because I think what people think of as meeting the conditions that you are mad about something varies from person to person. And so it can get into a bit of an adversarial situation with the storyteller. I still think it's a fun mechanic and I still think it's good, but it would require a little bit of like me sort of giving some boundaries on it. I think it is most fun when you are not trying to game it, like trying to sneakily get past somebody that you're something, but you're like, well, technically I didn't say that I was, okay.
No, you gotta do it. Yeah.
That mad state would make Sarah Novus extremely interesting.
Sarah Novus is very powerful. It's
one
very
of the funny. Sorry, I'm very brief. I say one of the funnier things I've seen happen in this game was I was watching like a YouTube video of this, and they had an excerpt at the beginning, and it was someone the Sarah Novus told another player that they were the juggler, and they went through the whole song and dance of being the juggler on the first day. And then the GM just started cracking up. And like he was like, I'm sorry, we gotta restart the game. I've ruined this. I've ruined this for everybody. He's like, he couldn't do it.
Couldn't keep it up. Couldn't keep it straight.
That's why you mute yourself.
Yep.
And use a VTuber.
Wait. So I found the mutant, and I'm mad about being an outsider, right?
Yeah.
Would we say to go so far then as like, if I tried to give information that would imply that I was a mutant, that would be wrong then, right? Because I'd be mad about it still.
Yeah.
That would be
Even
sort
if
of
it was
being
like
mad that you were an outsider. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like if you said I am either this or the mutant, then I could say, well, you're kind of claiming that you're, maybe the mutant.
But if I said like I'm something like, I don't know these characters well enough to like make a good example, but like if I just said I'm like something completely useless.
That probably would not be sufficient to be mad that you were an outsider. If you said your ability was a hindrance to the good team, then I might say that is, because that's pretty much the definition of outsiders. Typically, it means that you would be claiming generally that you are a townsfolk, or a specific townsfolk is even better, but you don't have to. Also, I would want to like point out that I consider it somewhat bad form if the circle's like, okay, well, we're going to see if there's a mutant, because we're just all going to say, I'm an outsider, and we'll go in a circle. So I would probably be pretty lenient in that, because it's not that you are trying to convince people that you are that thing. It's that like basically people are peer pressuring you into saying something. So therefore like like intention does matter.
Now, what if you told someone else in a whisper that you were the mutant, and they told the rest of the group?
Well, then you'd better deny that pretty hard, because otherwise, if you're letting it stand that the assumption is that you're the mutant, then you're not really doing anything to convince people that you aren't the mutant.
So you just go, no, it's not true. And
I don't know why they're lying.
No. I guess like Gray was saying, that it's that one you have to have like a little bit of trust with it, because it's like it's very easy to get around it if he's not, like what if like we're in a private chat. I think Gray's
well,
in there,
first of all, I can intrude on any private chat. That would be sort of up to us to decide how we wanted to handle that. Some groups are very pro trying to sneakily tell somebody and not let the storyteller hear. I'm not as much of a fan of that, because I'm already doing a lot of shit. But it is what it is. For sure. So
if we were getting pressured, what if we said it like really sarcastically?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if people are like trying to peer pressure madness into happening, then I'm not going to take it as you trying to convince people that you are that thing. That's like the key thing, is that you are trying to convince people of something.
Like you're actively making an effort to make it happen.
You're not trying to convince people you're the mutant. You're just trying to convince people that you can say, I'm the mutant.
That you can say, exactly.
Which
in a sense, you're trying to convince people that you aren't the mutant by saying, I'm the mutant.
Townsfolk can do that.
So like I could definitely be like, yeah, I'm definitely an outsider, guys. Like, fuck off kind of thing, and that would still be cool.
It would be cool as long as you were presenting a case that you actually were something else. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be sarcastic and then leave it at that, and then be like, anyway, no, I'm not saying anything else. Like, the point of it is, as a mechanic, and actually the same is true of the drunk, there are certain characters that are disruptive on their own, but part of the disruption is also the potential that they might be in the game. So like, you always have to worry that there is a drunk, even if you don't know if there's a drunk. Right. Yeah. And so like it's that is sort of the point of the mutant and madness, is that like you always have to think maybe this is what's actually happening. Even if
like
that's
the drunk,
not
but you are aware.
Exactly.
Like how in the beginning of the game I was like, there's a 50% chance that's a drunk, and that could be a problem.
Yeah, that's more what I mean, is like you're aware, but even if the drunk isn't in the game, none of the players know that the drunk isn't in the game. So the players always have to think, well, maybe somebody's drunk, even if nobody's drunk, right? So like the fact that it is possible is something to keep in mind. Anyway, this script, I can link it in the Discord if you want. If you guys are comfortable playing this edition, this is actually my favorite edition, but it is crazy. I'll also point out the pit hag, who every night can just pick a player and change their character. Do whatever they want. But
you would also have to be careful about that, because if you do it, then that person knows you're a pit hag.
Well, they know there is a pit hag. They don't know who it is.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
What does it mean by if a demon is made, deaths tonight are arbitrary? What does that mean?
You see, a demon is a character, so a pit hag could say, I'm going to use my pit hag ability on myself to make myself a demon also. Which is valid. But deaths are arbitrary means that I, the storyteller, get to do whatever I want. And usually what that means is I kill one of the 2 demons and multiple other people to sort of signal that, like, hey, something fucky happened last night. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened, but, like, if 3 people died and there's no way for 3 people to die at night, like, that's probably what happened. You know.
Okay.
You guys, I have
Something fuck happened last night.
Wait, somebody's saying something?
Yeah, I have to drop, but thank you guys so much for letting me join. It was really fun, and I'm looking forward to playing this again sometime.
Bye, Rain.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, Deadshot Rain.
Well,
100% accuracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, her chair fell.
I love this rule set. I love all the half truths and the word plays. It's like, this is my vibe. I cannot wait
it's
to
very
play this
fun.
set.
But can you see why I wouldn't put new players into this one?
Yeah,
Because,
no,
like,
it's
Oh, sure.
way.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's a
definitely
lot.
have to start with what's easy.
Yeah.
I still want to know more about the evil twin role. Like,
Oh, sure. What about it?
So you and an opposing player know each other. So you, as the evil twin, know who your good twin is.
And the good twin knows that you are the evil twin.
Okay. And if the good player is executed, evil wins. Okay, so the evil twin the whole time is like...
But also good can't win while the evil twin's alive.
Okay.
I have a question on that.
What would stop the good twin from just outing the evil twin?
We
Yeah,
had
let me give you an example. Yeah, let me give you an example. Cade, you are informed that I, Grybach, am the evil twin. Day 1 starts. Hey guys, Cade's my evil twin. I'm the barber. Cade, what do you say to that?
But wait, does the evil twin know what the
They do. They know what the role is. That you are literally identical as far as everyone else is concerned. But if there's abilities, like I'm still a minion because I am the evil one. So like if I nominated, then a town crier could find out that a minion nominated today if I nominated somebody. So there are ways to figure it out. But yeah, you're right. Like absolutely, we would be throwing each other under the bus. The problem is nobody can really prove it. Right, like let's say a dreamer chooses Cade, and they're like, Cade. Yeah, usually what happens in an evil twin game is literally the first thing that is said is 2 people go, wait. But like, let's say a dreamer chooses you, Cade, and they're like, well, maybe I'll learn something. Yeah, the storyteller's gonna say, oh, Cade, yeah, Cade is the barber or the evil twin. Yeah, and then they choose me, and they go, oh yeah, Grybach is the barber or the evil twin. Like both of those, one is correct and one is not correct, but like the one I give you is gonna be.
I would also find it so funny if the demon was just like at the very end of it, it's just like, oh, if you somehow like, I was like, if the evil twin like died somehow, you could just like swap the barber if the barber died, you just swap them in the evil twin just to be a dick. It would be so stupid.
So here's something fun. The funniest scenario is that the evil twin is a snake charmer. Because then the evil twin knows who a real snake charmer is, and they also know who the real demon is. And then they can just be like, hey, do you want to dump my demon and you become we just don't say it publicly. We'll just become the new evil team. Let's go. Got him.
Sounds like such chaotic fun. I love this.
Yeah, no, it is.
Said so much. This is incredible.
It's very funny. One of my favorite characters that isn't in this rule set either is the Pixie, and they're a townsfolk who learns a player and a character. So again, I'll just use Cade again. It's like you learn that Cade is the barber, and the Pixie's rule is if the player that you learned dies and you were mad that you were their character, then you gain their ability for the rest of the game. So it's kind of like a good version of an evil twin where Cade's like, I'm the barber. And I'm like, no, I'm the barber. And then we're like, okay, bet. But like one of us is the barber. And then if Cade dies, that's like, oh, well, now I'm the barber because I'm a pixie. I just stole it. It's very funny. It's very powerful though, because like a lot of the roles would be very powerful to have a backup of, right? You're like, oh, the dreamer. Oh, we got 2 dreamers. Dope. Yeah.
You have me so excited for the next game.
The dreamer is so weird.
No.
The dreamer is very scary. The dreamer is very scary.
Rabid for the next game.
For some reason, every time you like roll these rolls, even this one where it's like not meaning anything, I always get like super powerful rolls.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
take note of that, please.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah. Maybe I'll just guarantee that you're the klutz next time.
How do you guarantee that? Can you actually like assign someone a role?
Apparently I can. I didn't actually think that it worked until the beginning of this game. Yes, I could hand out the roles myself, although that definitely endangers it of being metagamed.
Right.
Obviously, of like, well, I think Kate is the best demon, so I'm going to pick them to be the demon because that'll be funny. Or Kate doesn't want to be the demon, so I'll choose them not to be the demon.
I don't mind under these new rules. I just needed a break.
Understand.
Totally understandable. And Kate is like so good at being demon, like you can never tell.
Did you have a question, Af?
Yeah, my community brought up a really good one. About the pixie role, we're just curious.
Mhm.
What would happen if the pixie makes a pig hag or steals a pig hag?
So the
Given how
storyteller
you
determines whose ability the pixie has. So
okay, so
it's
they
assigned
can't.
to them. Yeah. So like if you were the pixie, Af, I would say at the beginning of the game, Af, you are the pixie and you know that Perky is the sage. So you're basically trying to claim that you are the sage. If you want to. You don't have to. If you're afraid that it'll like cause too much misinformation, you could just basically say like, okay, well then I just don't have an ability. Like I'm just a good player and whatever. But like what you're going to find is in this edition, there's going to be so much more obfuscation from the good players themselves because it's like kind of difficult to assemble that like you're going to need to talk to each other a lot more forthrightly if you want to puzzle things together, but also B, there's a lot of good reasons for people to be lying about who they are as good players. For example, if they're the mutant or if they've been made mad or if they're the outsiders in this one are also very punishing. Like the klutz, if the klutz dies, they have to pick a player, and if they pick an evil player, it's just game over. So like there's a lot more ways for like outsiders to really be bad. There's also one of the demons in this set. If the demon kills an outsider, instead of killing the outsider, the demon dies and the outsider becomes the demon, but the demon's still evil. So you can like gain evil players on your team. So like you don't want to be targeted by a demon if you're an outsider either. Like there's a lot more like, but you gotta get your puzzling.
I
got our
like that a lot
nuances.
more. I love the fact that we have to talk to each other a lot more because in my first game, and this kind of like Boo was saying, oh, you didn't share any information with me, and I was like, because other people had joined the room. Because my first game, I tried to put out, I was a minion, so I was trying to put out information, and that ended up getting me got. So this time I kind of played my information more close to my chest and tried to go, okay, I only need to reveal information to people I can trust and like not give anything to people I can't verify. But that also became very hard. So it became a mixture of, do I talk to people? Do I not talk to people? And in this rule set, it's almost like, I like the fact that it encourages you to talk to people more, regardless. I like that. I like that a lot more.
There's also a lot more powerful good players, so it's not as easy for the demon to just be like, oh, I need to kill this person.
Exactly. Like as the Undertaker, I knew, oh gosh, I'm going to be a target. I can't let that be out to just anybody.
Yeah, that's why last game I lied about being Ravenkeeper so nobody would target me.
That
exactly.
is something I would encourage you all as good players to do more, is lie about who you are, at least for a while, so that it's harder for the evil team. Like maybe you trust somebody privately, but if you're talking publicly, like lie about who you are so that the evil team doesn't know, oh, easy, bingo, bango, bongo, we're going to pick off these 3 best characters. Yeah. And if nobody says anything, then like no information is flowing. So that's also good for the evil team, usually. So like, yeah.
This rule set is going to make conversations during the day a lot more fun and a lot more information focused. And I love that.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
How many are there?
There are 3 fully published ones. The other one is like the other one almost feels more like Halloween-y to me with like the types of monsters it has and things like that. I don't like it as much because it has even more drunkenness and poisoning in it, and I find that it's a little bit too hard to figure out what happened because there's like so many ways that can happen. Trust me, if you already think there was too much drunk, I got bad news for you. But I like the characters in this one more because the other one there's like more deaths in. like the other set has a character like the Gossip, where every day you can publicly make a statement like, I would like to gossip that. Again, that's another one that usually people will try and cover for by making lots of gossip. And if the gossip statement is true, somebody will die tonight. Storyteller's choice, which is very powerful if you want to say like, the demon's on the bottom half of the circle. Like, that's a valid gossip. But then you have to like suss out how many people died and what caused that many people to die. And since there's like lots of abilities that can cause extra people to die, it starts becoming like, okay, well then like, I don't know.
I think that would be fun as like a stuff like not one to do regularly, but like this is our special chaos stream.
True. I did
funny that everyone
play that.
Be like, I'm also the gossip. I'm gonna gossip this, and then nothing.
That
is
one always
helpful.
felt good to me.
I mean, that's actually very helpful though, because like everybody that isn't the gossip knows that their information's bullshit, you know. But like the demon doesn't know who's who, so like that one's not so bad, because then like late game you're like, okay, I'm really the gossip, you know, and these were my 5 statements, you know, during the game, and like this is how many people died each night, whatever, yada yada. But like in that one of the demons can choose to not kill, and then the next night they kill 3 people. One of the demons kills 2 people every night, but sometimes the person they killed last night comes back to life.
What?
One of them's a zombie, where the first time they die, they appear dead to the town, but are still alive because they're a zombie, and they still keep playing. So then you have to start executing corpses. But like that also makes the game really slow. That's a much like slower one. Yeah. And then there's one that like poisons somebody, and then the next night they die. So the poisoning is always a night off from who was killed. And so then you're like, oh my god, and like it's not my favorite. This is definitely my favorite. Then there's also a whole bunch of, for lack of a better term, DLC. Where it is stuff that they are planning to release in like an expansion pack in the future, and they've publicly released a lot of it online. And I think all of it is integrated into this if I wanted to make a custom script, which I can. You can, the game fully supports you making your own group of characters. They don't have to play together, but the reason that they put them in sets is that they're very complementary of They pretty much never want things that can literally only happen one way, because that's too much hard confirmation. And so like that's why the Recluse is in a game that has so many characters that can identify multiple players as something. You're like, well, I know it's one of these 2, but then like either that one's the Recluse or the minions just claiming that they're the Recluse, you know, which is something that hasn't happened yet. No minion that's been confronted has just claimed that they're the Recluse. But like there's a lot of balance going into the base scripts. So there's basically 3 full ones, and then there's like probably 2 worth that are not fully like sorted together, but it's a lot.
Gray box special homebrew when?
There is a character called the Amnesiac, and they don't know what their ability is. The storyteller makes an ability up for them every game. Every day they get to guess what their ability is, and if they get correct, or basically they get told hot or cold for like what it is. And I was playing a 5-player game where I was the Amnesiac, and it was a demon where nobody ever dies at night. The demon doesn't kill, but after the end of the 5th day, the game just ends. So, but it was like a 5-player match, and so like my ability had to do with whether a player, like the character that a player was spelled a certain way. Because like that was how I could sort of figure out who the demon was, but there were 2 characters that both started with the same letter, so I still couldn't know for sure. It was crazy. Anyway, yes, Boo.
My chat has a question.
Yes.
And they would like to know if in any of these expansion there's a cannibal role.
There is a cannibal. The cannibal is if basically every night you gain the ability of the most recently executed player.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You gain the ability. Do they stack?
Well, your ability is just that you gain their ability. So like you still are the cannibal, but like so if somebody new is executed, you gain their ability. But like if it replaces like which extra ability you have, basically.
Oh, okay.
So you,
I was
you don't gain like 10 powers. Yeah.
I'm about to say, like, could you just keep eating like people and like keep gaining their power?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
For example, like, you know,
Just
if we had a cannibal in our base game, like the Slayer could take their shot, and then Town goes, cool. Anyway, we're gonna execute the Slayer, and then the cannibal's like, dope. I shoot the Slayer shot the next day. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and it, you know, it could work. I mean, the cannibal's a very interesting character.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
About that. First, can Cannibal take evil team abilities?
No, if the player that was executed is evil, the cannibal is instead drunk that day. So basically, I will just pretend that they have the ability that they think that the player had, which is like a fun little thing of like, oh, well, this minion is claiming they're the empath, but they're actually a minion. But then like they get executed, and then I would like wake you up, Sinopa, and I'd be like, you learned that one of your neighbors is evil. Like, even though they're not actually the empath, but I would be like lying to you based on what I think their bluff was to you.
Right.
So, you know, good question.
Okay. And then other question is, if that's the case, then don't they just automatically know then what everyone who was executed was? So
yeah,
like
they're kind of like a soft
Undertaker.
Undertaker. Yes, they're kind of like a soft Undertaker.
Okay.
Yeah. But because of the drunk aspect, when you kill an evil player, instead of learning an evil player is a minion, you know, then you instead just get fooled into believing their bluff. Yeah.
The answer, of course, is to not tell you who we think people are.
100%.
Well, true, but if somebody's publicly claiming it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Or if I talk to the minion and they're like, yeah, by the way, I'm bluffing as this, I can be like, dope, that's good to know, thanks.
Are you not a fan of like the lunatic play? That's one of my favorite things to watch. I feel like that's the best for when you have people watching you. It's just the best.
I have
for them
such
to
a
know.
hot take for the lunatic. All right, the lunatic is an outsider from the set that I don't like as much. And my hot take is that I think they're not actually an outsider. I think that they're a townsfolk. The lunatic is like the drunk, except instead of being an outsider that thinks that they're a townsfolk, they're an outsider that thinks that they're the demon. And so you wake them up on the first night and say, hey, you're this demon. This is your minion. It doesn't have to be the real minion. It can just be anybody, but it could be the real minion, or it could be the demon. Storyteller choice. And then every night you pick a player, or however many players you should be picking to kill. And then the demon is told who you picked, so they can basically like gaslight you into believing that you're the demon. But the reason that I think it's funny in concept, but not very fun in execution, is that usually what ends up happening is either the demon goes, nah, I don't want to do that. And then they immediately know that they're probably not the demon. And then that like solves that for them. Or they start picking characters, like they pick a minion that isn't their real minion. And then the demon's like, crap. Well, if I expose that, like if I change the kill, then now this player is like, oh my God, I'm the lunatic. And I probably picked an evil player, which is like really good for the good team. Or if you go through with it, then you're sort of like pressured into killing your own team to like maybe make somebody fall on the sword at the end of the game. Like I don't know. I feel like most of the time it's a much bigger net win to the good team than an outsider should be.
That's why I always that set I feel like is better in bigger games, just to kind of like give you a chance to put more like false information in there.
The other one that is funny is if you have a lunatic and the demon is the one that never kills, then it's fun. Because then it's a lot harder. But
question. You said before that there were sets where you could be on the evil side.
Me, the storyteller?
Yes.
Well, yes and no. I'm never technically on the evil side. I am usually trying to keep the game as balanced as possible, which usually means trying to help evil out a little bit in the beginning and help good out a little bit more in the end. Right. There is a character called the Atheist, which is kind of like the drunk. Nobody will ever draw the Atheist token, but if the Atheist is the outsider, then that means that there are no evil players in the game. And I just decide who dies every night. And the players have to figure out if they think that I'm just gaslighting them all into believing that there's a demon or not. And then the players could nominate and execute me, the storyteller, And if it is an atheist game, then the players win. And if it's not, then the players lose.
Oh, that's interesting. So it becomes less good versus evil players and more us all against the house. That's
you know what?
Interesting twist.
You know what's kind of a funnier version of that? It's not quite, but is Legion. It is a demon in which there are like +4 to 7 demons. And so basically everybody but like 3 or 4 players are the demon. They are all Legion. And like the way that it works is I think every night the storyteller chooses who dies, which means that they basically always pick a Legion player to die. But the Legion players' votes only count if a good player also voted. So basically like you're like completely outnumbered, and the good players have to figure out who's really the good players and not vote their only couple of players out. But there's basically no other way for them to die unless the good players turn on each other. And like the demon can't ever kill them directly because the storyteller chooses who dies. And so it's like either everybody's really got fucked up information or it's a Legion game and all of y'all are evil, which is pretty funny.
How do the good people like start dwindling down like the numbers? Like how do you ever like get the demons out?
Well, you can still nominate, right? So like you can still nominate and execute, and like if say you nominate someone and like 2 people say yes and then 8 people say no, you're like, maybe that's a demon. Similarly, like maybe it's a Legion game, right? Similarly, if you have 6 people all vote yes, and then the person doesn't die because none of their votes counted because no good players voted with it, then you're like, uh-oh, we learned who 6 of the demons are. And because they don't pick someone to die at night, the storyteller does. The storyteller is basically always killing a demon every night because the whole point is that like the whole point is to basically like gaslight instead of killing through guile instead of through brawn, basically.
And you have to like whittle yourselves down if you want it to work. It's very cool.
It's a very fun game. Yeah. Or if like a good player votes and then all of a sudden 6 hands shoot up, you're like, maybe that good player is, or maybe that first player is a good player because everybody suddenly piled onto this vote all of a sudden. Like, so it's kind of like a game of chicken with your voting too, of like, you know, it's a wild one. Yes, and
what I find interesting that like all these games usually have is like the jester who wants himself to be executed. I have not like heard of that in this game yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that truly wants to be executed other than because it will help confirm something that another player's ability deals with on execution. Yeah,
I find it funny. I'm just like, maybe the devs really hated that in every other Deception game.
Yeah,
I think the main thing for it is that there are only 2 teams. There's no third team.
That's true. Also, yeah, there's only good and evil. There's not like the independent. The independent characters are still on the good team. And Tara's had a question. Though.
No, it's I gotta go. I just didn't want to like just leave without saying thank you. Yeah, like thank you for having me, for inviting me. I not gonna lie, I felt really lost, like just because it was my first time. But if you will have me, I will love to keep playing, to keep learning, because it's a very fun concept. But yeah, I gotta go because I have a stream in an hour and I need to rest.
Okay.
And rest well, and don't worry. This is my second time playing.
You
do become less lost as you keep playing.
Yeah, don't feel bad at all.
Yeah, your first game's a lot because you like.
Yeah, there's just so much.
It was very lucky first game, so yeah.
True.
All right, I hope to see you all later and have a good rest of the stream. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Af, I think you were next.
Yeah, same with Anta. It is going on midnight for me in the mortal realm, so I also need to dip, but there's also a problem. I don't know how.
Oh, if you just close it, I think it'll just leave for you.
Just leave,
yeah.
I think you can also click the cog, and then it's leave game. It's just like the very bottom.
Okay. I wasn't sure, but I also want to say thank you for inviting me back. Thank you deeply for playing with me. You darlings were all absolutely sweet. Like, it was so much fun getting to play with you darlings again, and I look forward to the next game, like, egerly. Like, thank you very, very much. I love this game.
Super fun having everyone doubt you. The whole time.
And then you start doubting yourself. What about the drunk?
I'm supposed to be doubted.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's no drunk in these other games, so like...
Hey!
Well, theoretically, there are still things that come out to have the same symptoms as drunk.
That's true, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you again for being an amazing DM, Greyback. It was an absolute treat, as always.
Thank you. I hope you had fun. Apollo, what's up?
Sleep well, darlings.
That's it for me too. I'm going right to bed.
I think everybody's kind of dipping right now.
I'm done. I sort of disassociated a minute ago. I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed. I'll see you guys. Have a good night. It was fun.
Alrighty, good night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you again, Gray. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
And let's see here.
I think I went kind of crazy today.
Yeah, you did great. You popped off. Yeah. Listen, strong characters are strong when you don't get fucked over. Yeah.
True. I was shocked I didn't die immediately after I said it.
Yeah, well, that's because Perky was way more worried about Cade coming after them, because like you said it and then we killed the demon, right? And so then Perky was like, oh yeah, now I'm in charge. Like, yeah. So, but no, you did great. You did good, especially with the like once you got a verified hit, you started like using one, or like a verified no, you started using one of them as a break, a balance point. You know, that's good. That's correct.
Epic Mafia, I understand it.
Fun tech for you if you're ever playing this again. You can pick yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You obviously get fewer people that you're picking if you're doing that. And also, if I notice that you do that as a habit, I might make you your own red herring, which is also very funny. But, you know, listen, it's all possible.
Yeah, but I was like, well, I know this person is, like, safe, so why try with random people if I'm not gonna know who's who?
Exactly. Yeah, no, very smart. Very smart.
I also already have an idea if I ever become imp, but I will leave that for future installments.
There's a lot of like crazy plays you can do as the imp, especially with the ability to pass yourself off to your other minion, which I didn't say that, by the way. The imp is the only demon who can do that, who can kill themselves and make it go to somebody else, which is also underrated.
That was part of my plan.
yeah, there's a few of those. Yeah, there's a few of those plans.
Because I've noticed everybody that plays this is like new enough. They're not like expecting or prepared for the super complicated plans. So my plan is, if I ever become minion or imp, I'll implicate the imp and then get myself in the clear, and then everybody's killing themselves while I'm supposedly clear.
Also, sometimes Scarlet Women will do that. They'll just be like, yeah, I think we should kill this person who is the imp. And they'll just like lead the charge against their own imp, so that they can just like steal the power. Yeah,
because like this game, nobody was like, it's kind of weird that you are claiming to be fortune teller and you told them to kill the imp. Well, I mean, especially the not dying. But like, if I were on the other side, I would be like, it's not.
Well, the fact that the Slayer like immediately confirmed it was pretty. That was a pretty good proof that you were who you were.
But I'm saying, like, if I was the Scarlet Woman and I was leading the charge against my imp, exactly.
That would have been great. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I love the devious. It takes a few games to like understand the flow of the gameplay and like the possibilities in order to start making like crazier plays. But yeah, there's a lot. Like, another common one is like, you know, to play a character who confirms people aren't evil. Well, I mean, kind of like that. And then, like confirm your minion and then die. And you're like, okay, these are my picks. I've learned this, this, and this. Or like, I'm like, if you're seated next to your minion, you know, you can be like, listen, I'm an empath. I got a 0. I trust my neighbors. And then you're like, anyway, they killed me because I said I was the empath. But we know my neighbors are good, you know, like.
And you just kill yourself because then it passes on to your minion.
Exactly. Yeah, and then they don't have a question of like, well, why did you live that long? And you're like, I didn't. I died right away. Like,
I think of crazy plays with stuff like this all the time. I am so excited to like enact one, but I haven't gotten an evil team since I started playing this. So
yeah, it's kind of stressful, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is stressful, but it's like, I'm trying to think of the word. Adrenaline.
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline rush. Yeah, that's what we're
Yes, I love it. Who needs drugs? I just play Epic Mafia Plus.
Yeah, right. Yeah, love it. All right. Well, to my chat who's still around, I am raiding out to Scary Faye. Thanks for joining me. Bye, chat.
Bye.
I gotta fix my fucking audio. I'm so mad I have to use system audio. It's disgusting.
What's wrong with desktop audio?
Because it means for one, it means I can't have a VOD track that doesn't have the music on it.
Yeah, that's my issue too. But if I have to use desktop audio, I just turn the music off for that stream. I mean, with
this game's really awkward with no music.
True, but with this like group, the group of people that keep playing it, everybody like talks a lot, so I don't think it's that big of a deal.
That's true. It is pretty low, but still, I don't want to be stuck on desktop audio.
Just for now. Okay. Yeah. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Follow me instead.
Oh shit! Too bad they're already rated out.
Indie, Souls-like, and variety games. Don't mind me, I've been live for a while, and so my brain is melting a little bit.